Yo, what is going down, y'all? Welcome in the most underrated podcast, broadcasting from Certified Tattoo Studios. I am your guy, Thomas the Franchise, the homie Dal Palantonio sitting across from me, coming in with the Ultimate Warrior entrance music. The homie Mean Gene Okerlund passed away. R.I.P. to Mean Gene. If you didn't know, we'll kind of get into that as the show rolls on. But tons of show, man. Jam-packed, probably the most packed we've been all year. Actually, it's a new year, so it's definitely the most packed we've been all year.
Correct.
Definitely was not intentional there with the corny New Year's joke, but we're just packed out today, man. So many things to talk about. We only had one episode this week. We only had one episode last week. Next week, we're going to be back to our normal shit. So obviously, we're going to hit on Mean Gene. We're going to hit on NFL. We got college bowl games, sneakers and hype. Supreme season's over, so no more Supreme drop stuff. We're going to talk some sneakers. We're going to talk some UFC, coaching fires, heaters, just a ton of stuff going on today in the NFL headlines as well. So much going on in the most underrated podcast. Dal Palantonio, how you doing, man? How was your New Year's? What the fuck's going on? I feel like I haven't talked to you for a while, and this podcast has almost ruined our friendship because
that's correct.
Every time we try to talk, it's like, hey, shut the fuck up. Save it for the cast.
Save it for the cast.
Save it for the fucking cast. That's like our little behind the scenes thing. Everything is save it for the cast. Oh, really? Hey, dude, I got this great idea. Save it for the fucking cast. Okay. Oh, hey, we were thinking about going to the store. Save for the fucking cast. Yeah. Hey, what do you think of these? Save for the fucking cast. That's what we do every time.
That's correct.
Everything is save it for the cast. So it feels good to be able to chop it up with you, be able to talk. Wow, that's the Ultimate Warrior music just ends like that. I was like trying to slowly fade it out all nice and producer style, but I guess I got the shitty version. Just cuts off.
Leaves us wanting more.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
Hey, man, New Year's was good, man. Pretty low key. I know you did a couple things and maybe even went out of town, but for me and the lady, we just had a couple people to the house, man. Kept it pretty mild, man. We call it amateur hour, and I think a lot of people probably do. I'm not trying to get on the roads. Plus, the roads were pretty shitty. We had that snowstorm.
Yep.
So I wasn't trying to fuck with it, man. So we stayed at home, drank a little bit of scotch, watched a little TV, a couple movies. My boy Mueller came by that night and kind of had some scotch with us and whatnot. Muzzy and his old lady decided to not show up. They were, they didn't want to get on the roads. So pretty low key, man. How
Can't
about
hate
yours?
too much.
Yeah, for sure.
First of all, before we get into my shit, why has Mueller not been in the DraftKings lately?
I don't know, man. I don't know what the fuck he's doing.
Because he's really fucking us, dude.
Yeah.
Because, again, the DraftKings did not run this past weekend, as I'm sure you saw, as I'm sure everybody that entered saw. We couldn't get 10 motherfuckers. When I looked, we had 8. And I tweeted out, and I know it was late as fuck. I woke up. I was not feeling good on a Sunday. So I was still sick after. Let's take it all the way back. Hold up. Let me finish the DraftKings thing. So anyway, it didn't run. The DraftKings fucking shit didn't go because we didn't have enough people, which makes me nervous because I'm getting requests. I'm seeing comments. I'm getting hit up on social media saying, Thomas, you asked if we wanted 2 DraftKings tournaments this weekend for the wild card or for the playoffs, and as a Saturday and Sundays, start up the next couple weekends in the NFL. Do 2 tournaments. Do one on Saturday, do one on Sunday. Hey, listen up, you fucks. We're having trouble filling one here. What are you guys doing?
We can't even have 2.
There's over 50 people, I think, in the league, in the DraftKings league.
I think 53.
Something like that. Whenever we post or whenever a tournament goes live in there, every one of those people that's joined the actual league gets a notification that, hey, this shit's going on. So unless people aren't seeing it or they just don't give a fuck, people lost some money, it's $5, whatever. But I don't know. I'm going to do 2 tournaments. The first one is live right now as we speak. It'll be down in the description. Actually, both of them are live. They'll be down in the description. All you have to do is click the link if hit the YouTube channel if you're listening on iTunes or somewhere else. Just go hit the newest hit the YouTube channel, hit the newest podcast, and go to the description. Both of them are there if you want to register. So you got one for Saturday, 2 games there. You got one for Sunday, 2 games there. So the slates are not going to cross. You're going to have a winner of the tournament on Saturday and a winner of the tournament on Sunday if we can fill these things. If we can, it kind of makes me nervous because we're having trouble filling the one on Sunday. Now I get it. The past 2 weeks have been holidays. People have been busy. People have other shit going on.
I think people were taking too many L's on fantasy football maybe. They needed a little bit of break.
That's what I was going to say. That's another thing. People have their fantasy championships coming.
Where's the interest? I feel like the interest has maybe just died.
What do you mean?
With some of this? Not with just our tournaments, but has interest just died
within
the DraftKings?
Oh, DraftKings in general?
Yeah, what do you think's going on?
But it's too early. The reason I say it's too early to say that is, like I said, it's been holidays. We've had fantasy football championships going on. I'm going to blame it on that just because throughout the year, we had a pretty good turnout. We didn't really have this problem.
No.
Other than maybe one other time, I think, which I fucked it up. So we haven't had any issues here. But it kind of worries me going into this weekend. This weekend will be the tell-all. It's fucking playoffs, dude. There's no more excuses here. It's playoff time.
There's
you can't tell me
nobody being set.
Right.
Nobody being set at all.
You can't tell me the games are not fire. They all are fire this weekend.
Right.
Every game is good.
Yeah.
You could say maybe Philadelphia is the one team this weekend that doesn't belong. But other than that, I mean, and honestly, I don't even want to say they don't belong because they're Super Bowl champs, defending Super Bowl champs. So in some form of fashion, they do belong. I'm just talking about as far as the way they played this year. That's probably on paper the worst team in the playoffs, and they're still not bad. They still have a little bit of Philly magic. You know what I mean?
That's exactly what got them into the playoffs again.
Right.
Big Dick Nick and the Philly Magic.
So we'll jump into all that. I was just wondering why the fuck Mueller is not helping us out here. He's adding to the problem with the DraftKings tournament that we're getting. So you saw him on Saturday. I was just
I think I took too much money from him on Saturday with
Did
the
you
UFC.
fuck him up?
Yeah, with the UFC
shit.
fights. Dude, I took Nunez, dude, on a fucking just whim, just to make it interesting. I'm like, you know what? Let me take her because everybody in the world said you got to take Cyborg.
Right.
You have to.
Right.
I even said that. I'm like, Cyborg's gonna fucking whoop her ass.
Yeah.
But I'm like, you know what? Let's throw a 25 spot on this. Let's make it interesting. And it was.
So we're gonna go back. I did watch the UFC fights as well after the podcast Thursday. I said I was feeling good. I was kind of coming out of the sickness. Dude,
Yeah, I was.
You were worse.
I was right in it. Like I was 24 hours into it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think I got two sicknesses. I think I had my initial fucking sickness, and then I think I got whatever you got. Because
shit.
after the cast, dude, all of a sudden, not necessarily right after, but that night, Thursday night, it started going downhill. I started not feeling well. Friday, worse. Saturday, terrible, bro. A combination of the bubble guts. I thought I was going to shit my pants.
Ooh, the BGs, and you ain't staying alive, fool.
Exactly.
No way.
So we had that going on Saturday.
Okay.
Then I had the cold still. So I still had the head cold kind of going.
The pressure and
yep,
shit.
All this nonsense, right? Saturday night. So I actually left work a little early. I was fucking sick, dude. I was not feeling good. Left work early, went home, passed out.
Yeah. Because we were going to come by the crib and watch,
Yeah,
we
were going to watch fights together. Yeah.
Apple TV, the whole thing.
The whole deal, man. And just didn't go down like that. I was sick. Fell asleep, woke up a little bit before the fight started, kind of groggy, found the stream. The first two fights I didn't really care too much about. I don't even remember what the hell they were, to be honest.
The main card?
Yeah.
That was your boy Chad Mendes and Alexander Volkanovski.
That's right.
Was the first.
I missed that fight. Didn't even see a punch thrown or anything. I just kind of saw the update and who won because I was just looking on my phone. I actually turned on the TV. I started watching something else. I think I was watching a game or I was watching something else waiting for the two big fights, the co-main and main event there.
Sure.
So the other two I didn't really give a shit about. Woke up, watched the fights. Had a weird feeling in my mind. I was like, man, I wonder if I should fucking put some money on Nunes here. Yeah. Just out of nothing. So I go to look up the odds. She's walking out. Of course, the fucking odds got pulled down because I'm on a stream, which is probably a little delayed. So while I see her walking out, they're probably already in the cage giving the instructions and all that shit. I'm a couple minutes off. So
can't make bets.
You know how it goes. Yeah, exactly. You know how it goes when you're streaming shit. You're just a little late. So yeah, I go to make a bet. Of course, it's what everyone probably says. Oh, I was going to bet on that motherfucker. You know, of course, everyone was.
What was it? Plus 260?
I have no idea. It was off the fucking map. But I think it was probably between 250 and 300.
That's what I think.
Plus.
Yeah.
So, which means if you put down 100, you're going to win 300 on her, or 250, whatever she is plus.
It was high, yeah.
So that's kind of how that works. If you put down 10, you'd win $25 or $30. So that's how it kind of goes when someone's the underdog in betting versus if you would have taken Cyborg, I think she's probably minus 400, minus 500, somewhere in there. So you're going to be putting up $400 or $500 just to win your 100 back. Speaking, dude, so much shit, bro. So actually, let me wrap the UFC. I'm fucking bad at that. Let's wrap the UFC. So I watched the fights. I did not expect that. That was incredible. Not only did I not expect, nobody expected Nunes to win.
No way.
Let alone knock her the fuck out. Let alone knock her out in the first round.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, dude, if you would have been in Vegas, because Vegas, they have props, you can bet literally on every fucking thing. So you could bet, not only could you bet Nunes to win the fight, not only could you bet her to knock her out, you could bet her to knock her out in the first round. And I bet you those odds were insane. I bet you it was probably plus 10,000. I bet it was $100 to win 10 G's, dude.
You think?
I bet it was something insane.
It could have been.
Dude, who saw her knocking her out, let alone in the first?
Nobody did.
So that's what I'm saying. I think the odds were fucking crazy.
Dude, and we knew Nunes had power. We knew it. We had always known it. But Cyborg, man, you'd have to kick her in the nuts 6 times to get her down.
Yeah, dude.
You know?
Yeah.
That's how tough she is.
I was trying to explain that to my girl too. I was trying to explain how big this was, and she doesn't. Obviously, she's not huge
Robin,
in the UFC.
same.
She doesn't know what the fuck's going on. So I'm trying to explain to her how kind of monumental this is, and how this really might change the guard of women's fighting in UFC.
Absolutely.
But it solidifies Nunes as the fucking GOAT, dude.
There's nobody better.
You knock out Rousey. You knock out Cyborg. Did she face Holly Holm yet?
I don't think she's faced Holm yet.
And Holm, I think Holm's a really good test because of that kickboxing background. As you saw, Ronda Rousey had trouble with that, and she had no trouble before that. So I think Holly Holm, Amanda Nunes could be the next kind of on the docket. I don't know what Holm has done in her last couple fights. I don't know if she's a contender for the title or not.
I wouldn't say.
Who's next in that division? Who's next in the women's division?
I don't even know, to be honest with you. I think I don't
follow the sport enough.
I can't think of anybody.
That's why I was thinking Holly Holm, because I don't follow the sport close enough to be like, hey, this is the next up, you know?
Right.
But anyway, watch the fights. I was trying to explain to her how big it was, what a big deal it was. That was honestly the fight of the night. That was the most exciting thing. I thought the Johnny Bones fight was pretty boring, to be honest.
Well, and it was tough because they had a lot they had a lot going into this fight, because if you look at the last time those two met each other, Gustafsson and John Jones, that was an incredible fight.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Dude, it was a war. I said that on the podcast last time. I said, go back and watch that fight.
What a dog fight, you know, and in my opinion, Gustafsson should have won that by decision the first go around, just based off of what I saw. Again, I'm not a judge. That's not me in the UFC, but I would have given it to him personally. No, that was great. But I think John Jones, this was the smartest he's ever played, in my opinion. He was super smart out there. He was not getting gassed. You could see Gustafsson getting gassed a little bit.
Yep. It was weird because I saw John Jones looking overly fucking cocky and confident before the fight, but once the bell rang and once they kicked off, he stopped that. He kind of cut all that out.
It looked like a more dialed in versus cocky is what I saw.
Yep.
I was impressed.
He kind of looked like an old man. You can kind of see he's got the recedes going and he's letting it grow out. So he's not shaving his head, and then he's got the old man mustache joint. Like
he's got kind of the LeBronathan James.
Yeah. He's got basically LeBron hairline, but he's not shaving it. There's no headband. There's nothing to hide that. So
correct.
Yeah, and you're getting every single angle from the top of the cage in there, so you could really see my man's having some trouble there with the hair, and then he's just growing out the straight pedophile mustache.
For sure.
So he's just got
that straight 70s dog
mustache.
Yeah,
totally George Jefferson joint. So he's got the mustache going. But dude, you're right. He looked dialed in. He looked focused, and that's something that I did not think I was going to see from him when the fight started, when he was walking out, because he was looking a little bit more. He was looking just a little cocky, which John Jones does some of that to some extent, but it seemed over the top a little bit more here. But John Jones won, which I thought he would. I did put a little bit of money on Gustafsson. Lost, obviously, just $20. You know, I threw it on him just because of the first fight, and Gustafsson was nowhere near what he was in his first fight. That was probably the fight of his life, dude. That was his Super Bowl. That was the biggest fight that he was going to have to that point, and that was his prime. That was he gave it everything. And in this fight, you could tell he's just not the same fighter. That was a few years ago. He's had a couple more wars since then.
2014?
Yeah.
Is that when that
have you
was?
seen Gustafsson fight since then? Like, have you seen him? He's slowly gotten. He's slowly starting to tail off a little, if you will.
I would agree
from
with
what
you.
I've seen the last fight.
That was kind of his Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You know, when they first met. You know, I would totally agree with that. But he didn't look that great. You know, he didn't look horrible, but there was nothing great about what he did or what he didn't do. However, did you see the tribute that John Jones did when he got on top, you know, after the fight? He got on top of the cage like they always do, you know, and kind of look in the crowd. Did you see the tribute he gave to Travis Barker?
No. I saw him doing the drums. I didn't know it was Travis Barker.
He was looking dead eye with Travis Barker,
no
man.
Shit.
Yeah.
I was wondering what the drum thing was. I didn't.
That's what that was. Yeah.
Did they cut to Travis Barker?
They didn't cut to it.
But how'd you know that?
I went to. So I follow Travis on multiple social sites, and his buddy actually posted that where John Bones was looking directly at Travis, and Travis said something like, "Oh, that was sick" or whatever.
That's okay.
But yeah, kind of cool, huh?
Yeah, dude, super cool. Especially because like I said, I had no idea. They didn't cut to Travis, so I was like, "Fuck, that's cool."
Barker's one of the biggest UFC fans.
Is
dude.
he?
He's heavy on UFC,
and he's out there in Cali. So
another guy
fight to LA. Didn't have to travel.
Everlast.
Oh yeah. I've
Dude,
seen him at a ton of fights.
He loves fights as well, you know. but yeah.
Seen him at a ton of fights. So overall, a little disappointing. I am curious now because of the end. You know, the UFC's gone really WWE lately, and It seems like every big fight ends with a promo of them calling out the next guy.
Sure.
I'm ready to take on, whoever. Whoa, hitting the table, breaking shit over here. But so he did call out DC, the double champ. Says he's not the true double champ. If he thinks he's the true double champ, come through, blah, 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 all this stuff. Still a fight I want to see.
Sure.
Definitely still a fight I want to see. And I want to see this fucker sooner than later, dude. I don't want this to be Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, where we see these guys 3 years,
3 years down the
past
road.
when it should have happened. Yeah. They're both past their prime. I mean, Floyd hasn't lost a fight, so you can't really say he's past his prime, but he is. You know what I mean? Like, you just don't you don't want to see it in that circumstance. I want to see both these dudes at their best.
Or as close to their best.
You can argue Cormier, it should have happened a couple years ago. You can argue he's kind of getting up there, but the way he dominated his last fight, it's hard to say. From an age standpoint, looking at Cormier, you could say he's a little bit past his prime. But as far as the eye test and looking at him in the octagon,
skills, still looks good to me.
Right, exactly. So there's still a chance that they can make this happen in a timely manner, and it'll be everything we expect it to be.
Yeah. Well, they might have to. Because I don't know. I don't see McGregor coming back, and McGregor's kind of the cash cow.
What do you mean coming back?
Well, I don't see him coming back for a little while. I don't know when this next Khabib matchup would be. I don't know how much time's got to pass before then. But McGregor is the cash cow of the UFC, and now that might be a change of the guards with this Nunez thing. But they might have to do a DC and a John Bones Jones just to keep that money.
The smartest thing. The smartest thing UFC could do is, how boxing always owns fucking Cinco de Mayo. Mm-hmm. This year, Cinco de Mayo is on a Sunday, dude. You have that fucking Khabib-McGregor fight on May 4th, Saturday night, the night before Cinco de Mayo. You annihilate boxing. You take away all the attention from boxing.
You do.
Dude. Not that boxing needs any help, because it's not like they're doing great anyway, but if you really want to step on boxing's throat, that's the fucking day to do it.
I would agree.
Cinco de Mayo, May 4th this year, so it's going to be Cuatro de Mayo. You're doing you have the UFC fight. Who cares? You could fucking bring Muhammad Ali back. It doesn't matter, dude. No one's that's Khabib versus McGregor. That rematch?
Yeah. It's over.
We already know that's going to bring money. Now you do it on a holiday weekend that's known for fights?
Dude, De La Hoya would be up in arms. What's his production company? What's Golden Boy? Golden Boy?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Dude. If you want to fucking really shit on Oscar De La Weirdo, as I wish I had that soundbite right now.
The cokehead?
Oscar De La Cokehead. Oscar De La Weirdo. If you really want to fucking shit on those fools, and just the boxing community in general, De La Hoya, Golden Boy, all them fools, fucking set up that Khabib-McGregor rematch. Even DC, I didn't give a fuck. I think McGregor-Khabib would do better ratings on May 4th, but even if you did John Jones DC on May 4th,
still be a winner.
Still be a winner, dude. Plenty of time, months out, 5 months out. Plenty of time to get it planned. Yeah. Plenty of time for guys to get camp, get training, get ready.
What is the average camp? Is it a camp a month?
And if you really
2-month camp, month camp?
Yeah, I think it's around probably a month.
That's where a lot of these fighters spend their money.
Well, exactly,
spend their good money on those camps.
Now, if you don't just want to step on their neck, but you want to bring in a full-on fucking Uzi to the party and just go Duke Nukem and blast fools,
hit him with the Uzi Vert.
You hit him with the Conor McGregor Khabib main event. The fucking it's no title. So Conor McGregor, I don't even know what they would do with title wise. Either way, whether you have I don't know who's I don't know who's main, but you hit him with the DC John Jones fight as either the or the main, and then you hit him with the Khabib McGregor. So you have almost like a double main event, dude. No fucking co-main event, just a double main. That's like old school wrestling. That's like Mean Gene Okerlund. That's like fucking WWF WrestleMania 3 big time shit.
It'd be over.
Trying to sell out the fucking Pontiac Silverdome 93,000 in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? That would be fire. I'm getting excited thinking about it. It's probably never going to happen.
Yeah, put us on.
But goddamn, hire me. What are you doing, UFC?
Put us on.
If no one's thought of that, what are these fucks doing? I don't know if there's restrictions, there's red tape, why they can't make this happen. But if there is, fellas, fuck.
Take that L on the way out.
There you go. Fuck, that was so loud. Oh my God, I had the sound up way too crazy. Let me
take that L on the way out.
All right, it's a little better, just for the future. Okay, so watch the fight.
Yeah.
Called out DC. Looking forward to that. Then we go into Sunday. Mm-hmm. We have the NFL games. I'm still sick. I'm not feeling good. I know we have the fucking Blackhawk trip coming on Monday, right?
Yeah.
So I chill. I watch the NFL games. Week 17, some good drama. Good drama going on in the NFL. A lot of playoff kind of implications. We saw Pittsburgh ended up getting the win, but then still losing because the Ravens,
Baltimore,
fucking Ravens, knock them out. That's another huge story. Should we let me kind of control this really quick before I get too crazy. We'll go into NFL later. I'm going to get sidetracked in NFL, all this stuff. Before I completely leave the fight game though, and go into what happened to me on fucking New Year's, which was a dandy. I'll get into that.
That was a dandy.
Speaking of fights, did you watch 42-1? Did you watch the Tyson 30 for 30?
I know I didn't.
Fuck, dude, you've got to check it out. Awesome fucking job.
Really?
I really wish you would have seen that.
Damn.
Obviously, you know what happens. I mean, Buster Douglas, 42-1, knocks out Mike Tyson. Dude, the thing is so well done. They get Buster Douglas in there. They get his dad in there. They get a bunch of different interviews in it. The only thing that they did wrong, in my opinion, is they don't have Tyson. How weird is that?
Really?
There's no Tyson. It feels weird to me. I would have loved, as a journalist, I would have loved to ask or to hear certain questions asked to him. When did you I would have loved to hear him answer, hey, when did you, were you nervous at all going into the ring? How did you feel? Did you think it was going to be a quick fucking knockout and payday like it's been? If so, when did that change for you? What round? Was it round 4, round 5, round 6? When did you start to get worried? In round 8, he fucking knocks Buster Douglas down, dude, and he gets him with a good shot. Mm-hmm. And I think, in my mind, I would have asked Mike Tyson, did you think that was the end? Did you think he was getting up? Were you hoping he wasn't getting up? How worried were you in that situation? There was so many things that I would have loved to hear Mike Tyson answer. But overall, awesome documentary. 30 for 30, 42-1. Check it out on ESPN. If you have the ESPN app, which on my Apple TV, I have the ESPN app. I sign in. They have all the 30 for 30s on demand. Or not all of them, but a bunch of them. They got the Nature Boy Ric Flair one on there. They got the Celtics. They got the Convicts versus Catholics. They got the U. They got a bunch of good ones. So check it out. 42-1. That was the odds on the Buster Douglas fight. There was only one bookmaker taking action in Vegas.
Really?
They had him on. That motherfucker came in. He said he was the only guy taking action on that fight. No other casinos, nobody else wanted to put action on it. And I think he started the odds out at something not too crazy, like 15-1 or something nuts. And the odds kept climbing because he's like, it's not that we were getting a little action on Douglas. He's like, we were getting no action on Douglas. Like nobody was fucking betting Buster Douglas, dude. And so he kept raising the bet, raising it until finally 42-1. They got a guy, came and took some action. Guess what? But then they had another guy and they had him in the fucking doc as well. This guy bet on Tyson and he put down $160,000 to win like $5,000.
Wow.
And lost on Tyson.
Shit.
Lost 160 G's, dude, trying to win 5.
And this was back in when? Was this
This is back in
mid-80s? Late 80s?
Late 80s. Like 87, 88.
160K, that's a lot of money.
Dude, nuts, right?
Yeah.
160 just to win $5,000.
That's probably equivalent to what, 500K?
Dude.
Now? 600K?
It is the surest bet in the fucking world at the time, too.
Right.
Like, that guy, now he looks like an
Iron
idiot.
Mike, dog.
Dude, yeah, it's Iron Mike. He's knocked everyone out. And not only knocking him out, he's putting him down in the first 30 seconds. Easy. Yeah, no challenges. But they did an awesome job. And I don't want to get into it too much here, but they did an incredible job of breaking down. If you were smart and you had, and maybe it would have taken the tools that we have today, the internet and things like that, but if you would have really paid attention, and if you paid attention to Buster Douglas, his fight history, his family history, his dad as his coach, and what kind of happened there, and him being called a quitter, and him being kind of called a dog, and the reason Don King chose him for Tyson, because this was just a little in-between fight to get to Tyson Holyfield. Right. Tyson Holyfield was still too far away. It was almost like 8 to 10 months away. And they didn't want to not have Tyson in the ring for that period of time, plus what had already not been in the ring.
Sure.
So it would have been over a year without him in the ring. They didn't want that. So
this, in theory, was a conditioning match.
Yeah, it was just like a get ready, and no one would sanction it. So that's why it didn't even happen in the U.S. This fight, that's why it didn't happen here, because no one would everyone was like, who gives a fuck? No one's going to pay to see this shit.
Right. And that's why nobody took odds on it.
Right, exactly.
As well. Yeah.
And so they did a great job of really breaking down how smart and how you could have seen Buster Douglas winning this fight. If you really were fucking paying attention, you could have made a lot of money on Buster Douglas, because this was not as big of an upset or as big of like a shock as it appeared. If you really knew what was going on and you looked kind of a little deeper and you kind of went past the headlines. So that's what really interested me about the doc. I highly recommend it. Check it out. It's good. 42-1. Buster Douglas upsetting Mike Tyson. Biggest upset in fight history, probably.
One of them.
I would venture to say that in any UFC, any boxing, any fight. I think that's the biggest upset in fight history. So check it out, man. Check it out.
Gotcha.
42-1. Awesome stuff. So as we move from the fighting game, Monday comes along, New Year's Eve. Did you do anything during the day? Did you work or anything, or did you have to do any of that shit?
No, Robin started feeling, so Robin got sick. So she's sick now currently with what I had. So if I gave it to you, I gave it to Robin. Fuck, I gave it to everybody, man.
Right. What kind of sickness is she experiencing?
Same as mine, man. Just the total head congestion bullshit, nose, mucus, sore throat, and a little bit of coughing.
Okay.
A lot of sneezing, actually.
Some headache,
yeah,
too?
A little bit of headache, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So I was getting the same thing. Okay, so she's sick.
So then I started having to kind of take care of her a little bit, getting her, some medicines over the counter, that kind of stuff, doing errands. But luckily I had Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday off. So I was able just to kind of take care of her, hang out with her, support her, and be with her, fill up that love tank. You know what I'm saying? That sick love tank.
Yeah, sick tank.
That's about all I did, man. I just kept it cool at the house. You know what I did do?
What?
Fucking rode that new GoTrack scooter of mine.
Oh yeah,
that thing's too much fire. You gotta get one, man. I was gonna bring it in here today just so you could fucking try it.
You should have.
I know.
We should have used that for the fucking little thumbnail promo video. I'm be riding around wiping out on the fucking ice out here. It's like snowy and icy
coming
outside.
into 2019 like this.
Coming into 2019 just like crazy wipeout.
Totally.
Fire.
So yeah, that's what I did. But go on with your Monday.
Okay, so
you got a case of the Mondays already?
Yeah, dude. No. So everything was actually cool. I was feeling decent.
Yeah. No, didn't I talk to you over the phone?
On Monday.
Was it Monday morning?
Oh, yeah. You guys heading up yet? You asked if we were gone yet? Yeah. And I was feeling decent. Not fully good, just decent.
Yeah.
My lady had to work in the morning, so she was kind of doing that. I was kind of just getting things together for the trip. And so we got an Airbnb together, a place called Blackhawk, if you're unfamiliar. It's up in the mountains here in Colorado. About a 45-minute drive with the weather conditions now to where we were staying. It was about an hour and a half, let's be real. Longer. I mean, it was super, super cold and snowy on Monday.
It's the worst.
Super icy too.
Ice-packed roads. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we thank God I'm the planning machine lately. Like I've been really getting on my shit. I wouldn't say I'm on my shit fully, but I'm getting better, dude. I'm getting better at time management. I'm getting better at planning, which these are things I used to be awful at. I just thought I would never get good at. And even doing this podcast stuff with you, like I realize there's other people relying on me. I can't be so fucking lackadaisical. I gotta have a little bit of a plan. I gotta have a time. Like I got a lady now. Like I gotta fucking pay attention. You know what I mean? Man the fuck up. So my time skills are on point. I make sure I'm like, all right, my girl's the worst with time too. So I think that's another thing that's helped me because she's so fucking bad with time.
Yeah. Planning or always late?
Always late.
Oh,
but that goes into planning.
That's how Robin was 3 years ago. Now she's fucking awesome.
Really?
So yeah.
Okay. So yeah, she's like that.
Get better.
It forces me to be like that, which is good. So I always tell her, hey, we're leaving at 2. Even if I don't plan to leave at 3, then it's fucking perfect. So she's ready by 3.
Sure.
We're good. So I handle it that way. Give her the extra time. We jet up there. We get up there early, dude. We get up there about 4:20, 4:30 in the afternoon. I'm like, cool. I wanted to get up to the Airbnb, check it out before it got dark because it's in the mountains. Like it's off a mountain road. Like, can my car get up there? I don't know what this driveway is like.
8 miles away from actual Blackhawk or something
about
like that?
8 minutes. But with weather, it's about 15 because of the snow-packed roads. And you had to go off on a dirt road and you had to kind of take it slow. And especially going back to the room from the casino, it's fucking dark.
Yeah.
So anyway, we get to the...
you have a front-wheel drive car, yeah?
Yeah, but it has like a traction control, it's not all-wheel drive, but it's not bad. Like I don't have any... I've never had any issues. Nice. And even then, this was a steep ass fucking driveway. My car right up. Everything was cool. I did just get new tires, so that probably helped. But it's definitely not a WRX by any means. But
for sure,
it didn't fucking kill us. We got it done. So we get there, we go up, we check out the place. First of all, let me just tell you here. We walk in. So have you ever done Airbnb?
Yeah, a couple times on a ski trip.
This is the very first time I ever even used Airbnb. I never fucked with it at all. So you get your check-in instructions and all this stuff. You go up to the keypad on the door. It unlocks.
Yeah.
You go in. It walks right into like what's almost like a weight room. So
really,
yeah, dude. You walk in and it's like a basement weight room. You go in kind of this side door in the basement. Mind you, this is a fucking huge mansion, dude.
Sure.
Like the place we're staying at is, it's a huge mountain. It's called the Mountain Castle, which it really is. Dude.
But you only had like a section of it?
We had the whole fucking basement, dude. So
the whole weight room.
No, listen.
You had the whole weight room and sauna. Tight.
Dude, we walk in and there's this weights, all these weights set, and there's like a thing, like some of that padding down on the floor, like almost like wrestling mat.
Oh, like my Supreme wrestling mat?
Similar, but not that soft, but more like the rubberized one. Like you'd find in a gym. Like there's that rubberized, like it looks like a puzzle, like kind of snaps together like that.
Yeah.
Not the kid shit, but the industrial kind of shit.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So there's that stuff. And so this guy's, I'm like looking around on the wall. There's some like cycling posters, and there's like the guy's name is Kelly. So it's that hosts us. So it's like to Kelly from so-and-so. And it's like this guy on a bike. And I don't even know. I'm like, is this Lance Armstrong? I don't know what the fuck's going on here. I don't know anything about cycling. So I'm just looking around and I'm like confused. I'm like, all right, where the fuck do we go? Like, I don't see any doors. I don't see anything. I see kind of like a little hallway. I look around the corner. It goes up a set of stairs. I'm like, okay, that's definitely not us. I don't think we're going upstairs.
Yeah, you go upstairs. That's not the basement anymore.
But I'm like, where the fuck is the door? What's going on here? So it's kind of dark. It's not, it's getting into evening time.
Sure.
I look over and there's like a wall along the wall. There's like one of those barn doors that slides.
Oh yeah.
But it's got like a little thing for a latch, but it's not latched. So I'm like, all right. And then there's a chalkboard written on there. It says Happy New Year, enjoy your stay or whatever. So I'm like, oh, cool. So I slide the door almost like DuckTales, like a fucking secret passage. I slide the door to the side. And dude, it just reveals this long fucking hallway because we're at one end of the house, bro.
Damn. I thought there was gonna be a money pit that you could fucking jump in. Like dude, come on.
All right. No, I wish.
I wish there was a money pit there. Damn, man.
So it's just this long ass fucking hallway, completely dark, blacked out. Mind you, we're in the mountains and we're in Blackhawk, and it was already, I think New Year's Eve down here, it was negative a couple degrees.
Yeah,
3
it was like
degrees.
a -2.
Okay. Up there, it was like fucking -10. -12. Cold as fuck up there. So the basement's already a little cold, but you open up the hallway, and I don't have my shoes on because they're all wet. I don't want to be trouncing around the fucking place with wet shoes. So I'm walking, I'm looking for the light because I just see this long fucking hallway, but no light, dude. So I have no idea where I'm going. So I finally find the switch. I start walking. The floor is fucking heated. It's a cement floor, but dude, it's like heated, like nice. You're walking on it, you're like feet, you're like, whoa. It feels like you're in slippers. Because those older, this happens a lot in like on the East Coast in like Pittsburgh and those industrial cities where the older houses, they'll be heated with piping. They're heated with pipes and there's water inside those pipes and the water heats up and it actually heats the walls. So those houses make a lot of fucking noise because you hear creaking of the walls.
And they're all like oil-based heating systems in the basements usually. And then they filter that out. Yeah.
Yep.
Totally.
So that shit goes underneath the floor, in the walls, all that stuff. So that's how it kind of warms the place. So when it says in the fucking instructions, like, hey, don't use the stove to heat the place. Like it does get cold. Be prepared. So we brought some sweats and shit to sleep in.
Sure.
Dude, it was fucking cold for one. Okay. So anyway, we checked out the Airbnb. We go down the fucking hallway, heated up. All the doors are closed in the hallway. Every fucking door is closed. So I'm like, all right, this is some feedback these motherfuckers need. I don't know if they're doing this on purpose to be weird, to be weirdos and freak people out, but this does freak people out. You're in someone else's fucking crib. Yeah. You're walking down a long cement hallway and every door in the bitch is closed. There's one door on the left-hand side that has like a couple little windows you can kind of see through, but the door's closed. So I could look through there and see that it was a TV room. I opened that one. It's just 2 leather sofas in there and a fucking TV with a remote. Like this is not even shown on the app. So I'm like, am I not supposed to be in this room? I don't know. It's part of the basement. What if I want to hit some weights? Can I just start clanging and banging? Like, what do we, I don't know what we're doing here. Like this just, there just wasn't enough instruction and it wasn't clear enough for me. So I don't want to fuck anything up. I'm a guest in someone's house. So I'm trying to be courteous. I'm like whispering because I don't really know. Are you supposed to like talk loud? It's 4:30 in the afternoon, but still, So then we go down the end of the hallway. We're opening up doors. One of them's locked. We open up one and it's a bedroom and it is cold as fuck. Like the coldest room I've ever felt in my life. So immediately I'm like,
we're not in there.
We're not in there. That fucking shit's terrible. Both these are queen beds. Might as well be a twin. I haven't slept on a queen. I can't tell you how long. Yeah. I have a California king. So, I lay down. I don't even see my girlfriend for 2 days in that motherfucker. Like she's gone down the block. Totally. That thing's huge. Yeah. So, we get into the second bedroom. We get down to the end of the hallway. There's another bedroom. There's a little kitchen, couple bathrooms. There's like 2 or 3 bathrooms in this whole place. A couple bedrooms. The other bedroom is warmer. Not the warmest, but warmer. The bed is by the window. Stupid, because that makes it colder when you're sleeping. Blanket's fucking terrible. I lay down on the bed. This is the lumpiest fucking piece of shit I've ever laid on in my life. It's literally like, I can't even explain it. It's the worst bed ever. Worst bed I've ever fucking...
That's like some Motel 6 beds.
Right.
It's the worst.
No, dude, way worse than any hotel bed, anything I've ever slept in. That fucking bad. Then, to top it off, I didn't think it could get worse. I lay my head down. These pillows, dude. Oh my God.
Were they frozen?
They were... Dude, they might as well have been. They were so fucking bad, bro. And what really pisses me off is we only wanted the fucking place to sleep.
Right.
I don't care if the whole place was a pile of shit and it had luxurious beds. I'd have been happier.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We just wanted the place to sleep. We're not doing anything else in that bitch. There was definitely no fucking sex happening. There was nothing, dude. It was so cold.
Yeah.
It was so fucking cold. Like, you literally just wanted to lay there. So get this. We go out for New Year's. We have a New Year's time. We do the casino shit. I fucking get killed, lose a bunch of money at the casino because it's fucking New Year's Eve. No one's making any fucking money unless maybe you're at a hot table. But slots definitely probably ain't paying out. No. Fucking most of the shit ain't paying out. So we were just, whatever. We just had a fun time. Went to have buffet. Got there early. We got to the buffet at like 5 o'clock. So I was pumped because I was like 6, 7, it's gonna start getting cracking and busy. Yeah. We got there, no line, fucking rolled right in, crab legs, ate buffet, kicked it. It was fun. Dope. Go back to the room after midnight. We go back to the room about 1. Dude, worst fucking sleep. I was tired. Fell asleep right away because I was just so tired. Woke up every hour on the hour, neck fucking cranked up, shit's hurting, not feeling good. Finally at 6 a.m., I like wake up and I like see if she's awake. I'm like, babe, you ready to fucking go? Let's get the fuck out of here. We left at 6 a.m., dude. We left the fucking, it was so cold. It was still dark. And we fucking left at 6 a.m., rolled all the way back home an hour and a half just so we could sleep, bro. Wow. So New Year's Eve, we got home at like 7:30 in the morning and just passed the fuck out and didn't wake up till like 1:30 because we were just both so exhausted. So then I wake up with the fucking biggest neck, like crank in my neck when we left there. Yeah. That motherfucker literally has caused shooting pains since that day, up the back of my neck into my head, and it's been giving me tension headaches every fucking day, dude. And today is the first day I feel I don't even think I'm 100%, but I feel 500%. I feel so fucking good today. Last night I went and bought some Tiger Balm yesterday, and I put a little bit on during work. Balm. Then last night I put a fuckload on, dude. I just loaded it up, and that it's terrible. Tiger Balm burns like a motherfucker, especially up on your fucking neck and in here. So I had a hoodie on, so I'm not getting it all over my fucking couch and my pillows and shit. So I'm just laying down trying to relax last night. It's fucking hurting, and it's hurting like a bitch. I go to bed, get ready for the cast. I woke up this morning, dude, I feel like a new man. The tensions, fucking headaches are gone. Like all the shit there is gone. And I was doing some serious rubbing yesterday and it was hurting, but I was really trying to work it out. So I'm not sure if it was that or the Tiger Balm, but nonetheless, worst fucking Airbnb of my life, worst sleeping, worst bed. We spent $140 on that motherfucker for to sleep, which we didn't even do. Yeah. So I guess it served its purpose, but not really. The place was sick. The fucking sleeping was awful. Awful. So that's my experience as my first Airbnb. Makes me nervous to do it again, to be honest with you, because I've never had a fucking bed that bad. No matter what hotel, I've stayed in some shitbox fucking motels, and I've never had a bed that bad, dude. Wow. Never.
Bed and pillows.
And it felt like we were in a mansion. That's what was so crazy. I was like, this is fucking weird, babe. Like we're in a mansion. And we have this fucking bed. It just killed me.
God, I wonder if that bed was that bed from the 1930s?
Dude, it had to have been.
And it still has the same fucking mattress?
It had to have been. Bro, oh, wow. It was so terrible. What are your guys' experiences? Let me know in the comments. Have you guys had issues with beds at your Airbnb? Is this a normal thing? Or do they usually go super fucking cheap and shitty on the beds? Because if that's the case, most of the time when I'm at a place and renting some shit out, I'm looking to sleep there. Yeah. I'm out of the fucking room most of the time. I'm not sitting there chilling in there watching TV.
Just a place to lay your head down.
Right.
That's it.
Is this a normal thing? What have you experienced?
So I've had two Airbnbs with snowboard trips. I take one with Jev, right? We take guy snowboarding trips. I didn't do it last year, but the years previous. So we've been in Taos, we've been in Breck, we've been all these different places, right? And the places that we've been at least the two were super, super fucking nice. What I can tell you about the beds, however, The beds weren't that great. They were just like either some twins or some queen beds, just very, very basic. But they weren't near as bad as what yours sounded,
dude.
You know, it was a great place to lay the bed. Like, it was funny. Some of them, man, some of the beds creaked like a motherfucker. So if you were trying to have relations, fill up that love tank with your partner or whatever, oh man, you'd be waking up the whole fucking neighborhood.
There was none of that going on, dude. None of that. We both looked at each other and we were like, fuck that, dude. It is so cold in this bitch. Neither of us want to do anything but like lay there and fucking hug and try to warm up. You know what I mean?
Well, and I think there's also been bad experiences with Airbnbs because like you can rent certain sectors of the house, right? And the other places in the house are being, you know, occupied at the same time yours is. So then maybe some people are bringing parties, you know, other people from, you know, going out that night and they're bringing people back to the house and they're breaking rules. I've heard of a lot of different horror stories in that aspect, but luckily I've never had to deal with them. But Airbnbs can be a fucking joke sometimes.
Dude,
from the smells to the beds to the cleanliness, because the cleanliness is really based off of who had it last. Did they do their job? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They can be a mess sometimes.
What about, it's obviously, you know, 2019, new year.
Yeah.
I want to talk about kind of maybe some goals for you. Also, have you seen everyone posting their recaps on IG? Like their story or whatever.
Yeah.
I thought about it, but it seems like, for one, a lot of fucking work.
Yeah, going throughout the whole year.
Right. I don't even know if I have all that.
On the highlights or whatever?
Right.
Yeah.
Seems kind of like a lot, and but I've seen a lot of people doing it.
Yeah. I thought a lot of people were back on vacation again.
Dude, I was all confused yesterday too. I was looking at people's shit like, what the fuck? He's in Mexico? He's in Miami? What the fuck's going on?
Yeah. This guy's fishing again? I thought this guy was just fishing.
Dude, that's exactly what I did. That's so funny.
Totally.
What about goals, or what about anything you want to accomplish this year?
You know, for me, personal goals, you know, I love T-Mobile. I love the company. But man, this year I want to do something for me. I want to do something for my own brand, my own image, you know, my own money, being my own boss. And what does that look like? We go back to the vlog that we did with Ted, you know, and how he kind of alluded to, you know, just start somewhere, kind of be your own thing, you know, have some good ideas, have some, you know, maybe even have a backup plan. Ted really didn't have a backup plan. Ted just went in, you know, head first, it sounds like. But for me, I think maybe distancing myself from corporate America, which I've done for the last 25 years, and maybe doing some things here with Certified, you know, this year. Obviously doing some big things. I'd like to travel remotely with the podcast. We talked about doing drafts in the near future, you know, with the NFL drafts or NBA drafts in the future, maybe doing some remote stuff, having a group meet us, you know, in Vegas or wherever. That's kind of where my head's at. But from a personal level, and that is kind of personal, but that's more business and career driven. You know, where do Robin and I go this year?
Right.
I think, you know, we're going to have a meeting here in the next week. And I know that sounds like very organized and whatnot, which it is because I'm not. So that sounds weird to me and I'm not too into it, but don't make it a big deal. Just, you know, have a conversation with your partner and say, hey, you know, where do you see us this year? I think there's going to be some conversations around that because I'm tired of wasting my time. I don't want to waste anybody else's time. And, you know, I think Robin and I can last for a long time.
Wow.
And I think there's going to have to be some discussion. Like you said, there's going to have to be some planning, and that is not me.
Right.
I am not a planner, but I'm not fucking late. I'll tell you that. You know, any occasion, I'm always the early one.
Early on,
you know, it's fine unless I got a stunt. You know, unless I got to make an appearance.
Right.
You know, fashionably late or whatever. But I think there's going to be a lot of planning with Robin and I about, hey, where does our relationship need to go this year? You know, some traveling. I think we'd like to do some traveling. She especially, dude. I've seen the world, man.
Yeah, you've done a lot.
You know, out of the 51 states, whatever. Dude, I've been to 37 of them. You know, I've seen a lot of places. I've been international multiple times, not just Mexico bullshit. You know, I've been to Europe. I've been to some great places, man. Seen some of the biggest cities in the world. And, you know, unfortunately, Robin hasn't. And I think she's craving some of that stuff.
Nice.
So, you know, just, you know, evolving and getting outside of our little scope of Denver and doing some things together.
For sure.
So what about you?
You know, it's for me, it's mostly to do with us and the podcast and this stuff. I mean, as far as Certified goes, like I'm continuing to work and grow that brand and build that brand. And I feel like I worked really hard with that last year.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like I did a lot on my own personal brand or my own personal shit because I was still trying to find a balance. Like I didn't want to get a new job here and then be looked at as the motherfucker that's not really pulling his weight or not, working to do what I was supposed to do here because I'm focused on my own shit. So I kind of put my own shit on the back burner a little bit.
I'd agree with that a little bit.
And I I really want to kind of what you said, just do some things for me this year. I really want to grow the podcast. Obviously, we're going to keep pushing hard on that. I think 2 episodes a week is really going to help. And I think just show the world what you guys already know, man. This shit's underrated as fuck. The content's good. I feel like we put a lot of effort into it. We're not just 2 motherfuckers that come sit down in front of microphones and think that we could just put together a show and it'll be entertaining and you guys will actually listen. We put thought into it, man. We put thought, we do research, and we really try to create an entertaining show and bring you guys into our lives fully, let you know what's going on with relationships and what the fuck we do, and be transparent, man, and also include you guys in the show. So I think all that stuff, if we continue to do that, I think we're going to see growth here this year. But being able to just grow the podcast and being able to eventually do this shit full time, whether it's here on our own platform, whether it's at a radio station, whatever it may be, man, just being able to grow this into a full-time fucking job. And I know we've been talking about merch, and you just saw, if you follow me on socials, and who Certified hoodies and all that stuff. And I'm working together with Yayo and Certified, and we're to build our own brand. But at the same time, and as bad as I want to fucking put that shit out tomorrow, I'm not going to put something out that's mediocre. Even if it's starting, like even when we talk about just start. Just it doesn't matter the quality of your podcast, of your whatever, your vlog, your channel, whatever you want to do, just start. You're going to evolve. You're going to get better. And you could say the same thing about clothing, but the only problem is clothing includes you guys. You guys are paying good money for that shit. So me all of a sudden just starting, it's different when it comes to that.
Seems a little unfair.
It does, totally. I don't want to take fucking money from you guys when I know the product isn't up to the quality that we want. If you're gonna wash this hoodie and it's not gonna be the same after you wash it one time, it's gonna
shrink 2 sizes.
Yeah, it's gonna shrink 2 sizes. The logo's gonna be fucking messed up, or some shit's gonna come off, or it's just gonna have lint balls all attached to it. Like I don't want to give you fools cheap shit. So at the end of the day, I need to make sure and we're doing the research. Yayo's been down in Colombia sourcing textiles from different manufacturers down there. Like, I'm not a designer by any means. I've told you that before. I don't do graphic design. I don't do any of that shit. I'm more of a digital creator or video creator, but slash host, I guess. But the designs, all that stuff, it takes time, man. You got to build relationships and partnerships with people. You got to have people that want to work with you and believe in the brand. That's something we've struggled with. Is I've told you that before. Like, well, why don't you get, people are like, oh, why don't you get someone else to edit the vlog? Why don't you get someone else to edit it? It's like, man, it's so hard to just give up your vision and have someone else be like, here, you tell the story, when they're not even the motherfucker living it. So that's very, very hard to do. But at the end of the day, the clothing and the merch, we're going to take our time because I want the shit to be dope. And I also don't want it to stop. Once we get it rolling and once we find the manufacturer and we have our stuff, which we're really, really close to having, I think, a quality product and ready to go. But once we have that, I don't want to put out a few products and then just stop.
Right.
I want it to continue. I want it to be fucking fluid. I want to continue to drop at least a couple pieces a month. I want to expand on that. I want to use that to help grow the podcast as well. And everything we do. And then by the next football season, I just want shit to be super popping. You know what I mean? I think that would be a lot of fun, man. I think it's going to be a lot of fun this summer. As football ends, that's going to take a dent in our content. So there's not going to be as much there, much, football and stuff. We're still going to follow the other sports. And as we get into March Madness and NBA finals and all, baseball, how that goes. But, it's still going to be, the podcast is still going to be mainly focused on us and are centered around our lives and what we do. Because I think people enjoy those stories. They enjoy getting involved in that conversation. Sports is just something that we kind of talk about and it's part of the convo, but I don't think it's necessarily why people come here. You know what I mean?
It's relatable.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So speaking of relatable, man, let's jump into all the topics and everything we got going today. A ton of shit to talk about. And I totally forgot. I apologize. That was fucking rude. JJ's not even here today. I haven't even mentioned it, bro. Like I didn't even say anything about JJ not sitting here at the end of the table.
Where's that fool? Is he lunking today?
He's skiing. Remember he said?
Oh yeah.
Did he say that on the last cast, or were we just talking in private? I don't remember. But
I don't remember. Yeah.
Either way, he said he was going skiing.
Nice.
So he's going up there today. I think he's hitting up Winter Park maybe. So he's going up there with his family. I told him I'd take care of the cameras and all the stuff, getting it all set up. But he is going to swing back by, grab the footage, edit it all. He's still going to do all the shit after he skis. So
attaboy.
Big shout out to JJ for doing that, man. Having a little fun and still getting his work done. That's what I like to see.
Filling up the family love tank.
Yeah, he is.
All right.
He is.
Good man.
Filling up the love tank full of stringers.
Full of stringers with the fam. That sounds weird.
Did you see
I didn't see that comment.
YouTube comments? Yeah, we'll get into YouTube comments as well. But so JJ's not here today, but it doesn't really matter. It's probably going to be our best show of the year. Yeah. Let's be real.
We are back.
I was just fucking.
We are back.
All right. Anyway, Bird Box. Let's start there. Did you see Bird Box?
Dude.
Obviously, you had to watch it because you saw social media go nuts.
Absolutely.
Before social media even went nuts, I watched it because, again, we weren't feeling good. So we were laying around. I'm a bad movie guy. I'm the worst fucking movie guy in the world.
Yeah.
Because for one, I had ADD as a kid. I couldn't sit still. I couldn't, unless it was fucking Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Or Chris Farley, I wasn't probably sitting still. You know what I mean? Like I was just, those were two guys that could capture my attention because they were as crazy and as fucking ADD as I was on camera. So I'd watch them. But
so you were that guy. I was kind of the opposite, but I guess I was a little ADD. But if I was going to watch a movie, that usually meant you had sex.
When you were a kid?
No,
I'm talking about kid.
No, not when I was a kid. No, a kid, I love movies, dog. But here in the last 15 years, when you have a movie, I guess that's sex time. So I haven't watched a lot of movies in my I guess more elder state. But yeah, dude, when I was a kid, I loved movies. I didn't have the ADD problems. Dog.
Yeah,
I was in it to win it, man.
It needed to be action all the time for me to sit still. And that's why I loved wrestling because it was action.
All the
Shit
time.
was going on. You know what I mean? That's why I love sports.
Yeah.
I couldn't focus on much as a kid. And so for that reason, all these movies came out. And as I got older, I never went back and watched them.
Oh, no doubt.
So, dude, we went back being sick. We went back and, for Christmas time, we just watched both the Home Alones. Love that shit.
Love it.
Super classic, 1 and 2 there. Dude, have you ever seen, I watched the 42 to 1 documentary. Mm-hmm. Have you ever seen Silver Linings Playbook?
Yep.
Bradley Cooper?
Yep.
Fucking awesome.
Great
movie, dude.
Yeah.
Didn't see that. Went back and I've heard a lot of good things about it. Love Brad Cooper. So I went back and we caught up on that. My girl hadn't seen it either. So that was great.
Nice.
Then we got into Bird Box. And because I was like, man, let's check this out and see what it's about.
Let's see what this hype's about.
Neither of us really watched scary movies. And the only reason that I wanted to check it out was I saw MGK was in it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I had never seen a preview. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I didn't know what it was about. Yeah. I was like, oh, fuck, MGK's in this shit. He's not even a focal point. He's barely in the shit. No. Like, he's not even really in it that much.
Yeah.
But I watched the movie.
Yeah.
And it ended up being good. And the only reason, like I said, I watched it, I saw MGK's Instagram, and he posted like a screenshot or something. He said, Bird Box out now on Netflix. Or just came out.
I'm the same way.
So I watched it right after that. Yeah. And that was like way earlier than when it started blowing up on social. So after it started blowing up on social, and I don't really follow a ton of meme pages and shit. My girl does. So she's just showing me all these memes of Sandra Bullock with the blindfold on and fucking doing all this, all this shit. Funny stuff. What did you see any of the memes? Or did you have a favorite?
Oh, dude, I loved it. So what was my favorite meme with Sandra Bullock? I think it was about those. It said something about, for those people who say, don't you have enough shoes or whatever, and then you're the one blindfolded being like, no, I don't have enough fucking shoes, or
yeah.
There was one with that was pretty sweet, but I don't know, man.
Did you see any Broncos related ones?
No, I didn't.
I wish I would have. I know I thought of it too, and I was gonna make one. I was gonna put the picture of her, with the blindfold, and she's like this, and I was gonna put John Elway trying to draft a franchise QB.
Fair enough.
Right? Just fucking like all blind as fuck,
totally.
just lost.
Well, have you heard about the Bird Box Challenge?
No, what the fuck's that?
Dude, so it's remember the Tide Pod Challenge where these fucking kids were eating
idiots,
biting into the Tide Pods? This is kind of the same thing.
What?
So the Bird Box Challenge requires people to film themselves doing mundane tasks while being blindfolded. So anything from just dumb shit like washing clothes to
doing the dishes,
to mopping to doing the dishes, all blindfolded, which can be kind of dangerous, obviously.
Oh shit,
right?
yeah, mopping, fucking slip on, bust your shit.
Garbage disposal,
right?
Doing dishes, that kind of shit.
Knives, pick up a knife by the blade, not paying attention.
Right? Cutting up vegetables, making food. So we'll see where this leads us, but this is the latest challenge. And by the way, Netflix themselves, who put out Bird Box, came out and said something, and they were like, look, we love that you guys love Bird Box. It's great. Thanks for the help and support. Please do not do these challenges. Do not hurt yourself.
No,
we are not about this. So they put out a little disclaimer themselves, because I guess this Bird Box challenge is picking up some steam.
Wild. Did you watch it with your lady?
I did. Yeah.
You guys watched together?
Okay, Robin's
cool.
like, dude, we got to watch Bird Box
What did she
tonight.
think?
She liked it. She was a little scared, man. Robin.
Same with me. Yeah.
Robin doesn't do.
We don't
scary
do
movies.
neither of us really do scary movies.
Really?
So
I love scary movies.
I'm more of a thriller guy.
Yeah.
I like thriller.
Yeah.
I like.
There's some of that. It's a thriller, scary.
Exactly. The thing I loved about this, I would consider it more thriller than horror.
I agree.
Because it wasn't super gory.
There wasn't any
super,
gore.
Yeah.
The goriest part was probably when dude got shot, right? Or her at the time that was helping her take care of boy and girl. the black gentleman.
Yeah.
And when he shot the 4 or 5 individuals, that was probably like one of the
that, or the fact when she hacked off the dude that came towards the boat and she fucking started hacking him up a little bit. She hacked his arm up and
the rose from the water.
Just see. Open your eye. The kids look cold.
Yeah.
Are they cold? That was fucking crazy, dude. Just like eerie from the distance.
Yeah,
Are the kids
dude.
cold? I know they're cold. They look cold. Come over to the boat. Just bring the boat over here.
Yeah, that was
just
crazy,
all those weird
wasn't
voices. I was like, oh shit, it's getting crazy.
Robin's like, oh, babe, what's going on? What's going on?
I thought it was dope, man. I really liked it. And I tweeted that out too. And it was funny. Teddy blasted me. Oh, okay. I was like, because I tweeted out like I never get a chance to watch movies. I don't, man. I'm fucking busy. So it seems like I have to be sick to be able to watch a full movie.
Teddy, the anti-hype beast.
Yeah, I was like, I really enjoyed Bird Box. I thought it was awesome. It's rare I get to sit down and watch movies, so I enjoyed it. You know, just let me know. And he's like, and Teddy like chimes in, oh, okay, Gramps. You know, like or some shit like that. Like, fuck out of here. That I don't get a chance to do that a lot. So for me, it was cool. And I also really enjoyed the movie. I didn't look at what anyone else said. I don't care what the fuck anyone else thinks. You guys can have your opinion. If you didn't like it, cool. You know what I mean? Like I thought it was good.
And it ended pretty cool too. Like there was not this like, part at the end, but it was like this blind sanctuary. Like it made sense. It's so cool. I get it. And then Sandra Bullock, actually the chick that was going to deliver her baby, ends up being at that facility too. Like it was just well done. I thought like super smart, super witty, and
dude, it ends in a bird box. Yeah. And now they're living in a fucking.
It's tight.
There's so many references to Bird Box because you have the bird that they brought with them on the little fucking boat.
Yeah, the
birds. Sorry, they're in a bird box.
Yeah.
Then you've got the way they're living their lives through a fucking blindfold.
Yeah.
So they're almost like they're living in a bird box there because all you can see is traces of light, but you can't really see what the fuck's happening.
Yeah.
Then blind people in general, you would think of them living in a bird box, dude, because it's the same way for them. They can never see, but they can see light. Sure. They can feel light and they can feel. So they're kind of they're kind of in a bird box, and at the end they end up living in the fucking the facility. It's sorry if you guys haven't seen it. I mean, spoiler alert, but I mean, if you haven't seen it by now, I don't know.
What to tell you.
Yeah, I mean, it's fucking been spoiled probably. But overall, thought it was very well done.
Same.
Loved the quality, dude. The quality of Netflix movies, the quality they're putting out is so fucking fire.
Do you find that they're using a lot of the same actors and actresses, though, in a lot of the Netflix films? Like, I feel like if I watch one Netflix film, I'm probably going to see those same type of
I didn't notice that. This is the first. This is one of the first Netflix movies I've ever watched.
You should look into that. I mean, Sandra Bullock's not in a lot of them by any means, but as you get into watching a lot of Netflix movies, they use a lot of the same actors and actresses, it seems like to me. But
interesting.
But good content.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I didn't notice that, but I just noticed that the shots over the water, like everything just looked so fucking good. It just production value, they did a great job. Definitely wasn't cheap, a cheaply done movie by any means. So I liked it. Sounds like you liked it overall.
Yeah, that was sweet.
Highly, I don't know about highly, but definitely recommended watch, right?
Oh, yeah, I think you should see it. Oh, check it out. Here's the disclaimer. So I'll read it. Can't believe I have to say, this is from Netflix US. Can't believe I have to say this, but please do not hurt yourselves with the Bird Box Challenge. We don't know how this started, and we appreciate the love, but boy and girl have just one wish for 2019, and it is that you not end up in the hospital due to memes.
Damn.
So, kind of funny there. But, we're seeing...
People doing dumb shit.
What was it, about a 2-hour movie?
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah, I'd say it's worth your time.
Yeah.
You know.
No doubt. Let's move along from that. We talked a little bit about at the beginning of the show, Mean Gene Okerlund, dude. If you don't know Mean Gene, man, Mean Gene is I said yesterday, we were texting a little bit about it. I said the Andre the Giant of pro wrestling, or the Hulk Hogan of pro wrestling as far as announcing goes, announcing.
The voice of a generation, the voice of my generation, dude, the voice of my childhood.
Yeah.
A lot of things.
First voice that really got me into wanting to be in front of a microphone.
Yeah.
The only thing I had seen up until I saw Mean Gene, people in front of microphones was singing. Everyone was singing or, doing music. The first time I saw someone holding a microphone just talking to someone was Mean Gene, dude. He was talking to fucking wrestlers. You know, it was probably Terry Taylor or maybe it was probably, Ultimate Warrior, Randy Savage, Hulk Hogan, Legion of Doom. I don't remember exactly the first time I saw Mean Gene, but I know that was the first time I was interested in ever watching someone hold a microphone and interview someone else. Because after I saw that, I remember I started doing that. I started using anything I could as a microphone.
Really?
And I'll just be interviewing people in my house just about anything. Like,
That's tight.
Oh, you just took a big shit. How was it? You know, like whatever. Like, oh, you were just in the bathroom for a half hour. Like, I don't remember what I was saying, but oh, Mom, you're making breakfast. Tell us about it. And I would just try to fucking interview everyone on everything. I thought I was, there's 2 guys, or I guess 3 guys, I thought I was when I was a kid. And one of them was Hulk Hogan. One of them was fucking Mean Gene Okerlund. And one of them was Garth Brooks, dude. Those are my guys. Like, Garth Brooks for music, I just wanted to be the biggest fucking dude. I just loved Garth Brooks. He was the man. He was same thing, big part of my childhood, huge in the 90s. You know what I mean? You know how big Garth Brooks was.
He was the biggest.
Yeah. So, and then you know, those 3 were my guys, dude. I mean, I guess maybe you throw Michelangelo in there too from the Ninja Turtles, but other than that, those are my guys, dude. And Mean Gene Okerlund, just the voice, the way he captivated or the way he captured and added to what the wrestlers were saying, because he would always, what are you talking about? Randy Savage, that is he would always just, it was just so
play into it.
Yeah. So good.
Super sweet. And he wouldn't lead the conversation, but he helped lead to where the wrestlers wanted to go with their alter egos. It was the best match. Like, nobody did it better.
Yeah, and I pulled down a couple Mean Gene clips, but I'm not going to play them because I don't want to get clipped for copyright. It's just not worth the hassle. By the time I film, we do this, I play the sound, then I record, or I go through the hassle of fucking uploading the whole thing to YouTube. It takes forever to upload because the shit's 2.5 hours long. Right. By the time it uploads, if it gets pulled down for copyright, I got to now take that out, then re-upload it, and it becomes an issue for you guys. So as much as I'm trying to make this podcast the best I can for you guys and make it as entertaining as I can, you can go back and watch Mean Gene clips all day on YouTube. You don't need to hear it from me. But some of my favorites, man, some of the Macho Man interviews, some of the ones with Hulk Hogan. Have you seen the one with Hulk Hogan where he like swims backwards off the camera and Mean Gene starts fucking like busted up laughing? Oh, dude, it's so funny. You could tell, even with some of those Macho Man ones, you could tell Mean Gene and Elizabeth. Elizabeth was Macho Man's wife at the time, and she was like his valet or his lackey or his manager on screen. But in real life, she was his wife, and you could tell they would just be looking at each other, trying not to bust up laughing at some of the shit Randy Savage would say.
Elizabeth was always laughing right there in the background, you know, with Randy. The cream will always rise to the top.
One of my all-time favorites is the one where Mean Gene's like, "Oh, Elizabeth, you look fabulous today." And she's like, "Oh, well, thank you." Randy Savage goes, "Hey, that's enough of that. Elizabeth, you go sit down over there, man. What are you doing, man? This is about Randy Savage, about the Macho Man. This ain't about Elizabeth. What are you doing?" Elizabeth, he goes, "Randy Savage, that was pretty harsh." "That wasn't harsh. That was nothing, man. You ain't seen nothing. That was pretty low key right there." Yeah. And he fucking, Gene's like, and Gene's just like, he's like so appalled that he talked to his lady like that and told her to go fucking sit down. "Get out of here. Get out of my face. You're making me sick. Get out of my face right now. It's about the Macho Man Randy Savage. It ain't about Elizabeth and how she looks. That was nothing, Gene. That was nothing. That was real low key right there, okay?" And he fucking, dude, Savage is just, I love it, man. So Mean Gene Okerlund, R.I.P. to Mean Gene, 76 years old. Really young, to be honest. I mean, 76, it feels old. But it's really not that old considering what we're seeing today. I just saw a guy 84 years old on Shark Tank the other night pitching a fucking thing.
84 on Shark
dude,
Tank?
and he was fucking ripped, bro. He's from LA. He was in shape like a motherfucker, and that's immediately what I thought of when I saw Mean Gene had passed at 76. I was like, damn, this motherfucker was 84, and dog, he was just in shape. Wow. And if you look at Mean Gene, probably not.
Not the epitome of what in shape looks like, or the poster child of it.
Exactly what I was going to say. Never really has been the most fit guy. But dude, if I could live the way Mean Gene lived, not have to worry about hitting the gym, just eat what I want, do my fucking thing. If I could have the life he had, eat what he had, travel the way he did, just live the same life as Gene, I'd gladly go out at 76. To not be a fucking up in the morning at 4 a.m. in the gym clanging and banging every day and going on runs or whatever that guy was doing, biking, because to stay in shape at 84, it's even, it's 10 times harder than it is at our age. So
absolutely.
You got to do even more, but I guess you're retired, so maybe you have more time. Maybe you enjoy it at that time. For me, I'm not a gym guy. I don't enjoy the gym. I don't find the fucking thing fun. I do push-ups, sit-ups, and run. That's how I stay in shape. And I'm not even a fucking record breaker at that shit. I just
get the
basic.
I just get the runs.
That's it.
Yeah,
you don't do any.
No,
you
I
don't
just get the runs.
Right. You go to yoga occasionally though.
I do.
A little bit with your lady.
Robin still hasn't let me take the Supreme yoga mat yet.
I don't think she's going to.
No, she hates it.
You're fucked on that.
Even though she bought it. Hey, a little bit about Mean Gene though.
Yeah.
Did you know he started in advertising and/or sales?
No, the first time I knew he was in the AWA before he got contracted to go to WWF.
Yeah.
But that's as early as I knew.
Dude, he was a salesman from the Midwest,
Wow.
dude, selling advertising. That's kind of how that guy got started, and that's where his pitches, because he was pitch perfect, man. That's, he learned his pitches, and he learned his, ways to talk to people and have his voice and establish his voice through sales, man, which I could relate to because that's what I do.
Yeah,
so I
for
thought
sure.
that was pretty cool, man.
Both of us in sales.
Yeah, for sure.
The funniest thing about Mean Gene, I'm gonna try to look this up. But ever since we've known Mean Gene, he just looked the same. Like he always looked the exact same.
Yeah.
It's never like Mean Gene just got old. He was always just old.
Yeah, he's never had more or less hair. He's always had the same.
He always had the
amount.
same cul-de-sac
Yeah.
fucking hair. Like
Same.
it was like he was just old from the jump.
Yeah.
Like I'm interested to see how old was he when he actually signed with WWE, because that's the first time I saw him, or WWF it was at the time. But that's the first time I saw him. And obviously I was a little kid, so everyone looked old, but he just looked like an older guy.
Yeah.
And as time went on, he never changed. I got older. He never got any older. He was just old. He was just always old.
Yeah.
It was just old.
He was just Mean Gene old.
Right. It was fucking.
Yeah, because he joined WWE in '84, and that was but previous to that, he spent 15 years with the AWA.
Dude, so check this out.
I don't know how old he
Okay,
was.
so he was born in 42, 52, 62, 72, 82. That means he was 42 years old when he joined WWE. That's another fucking, dude, that's over a decade more that's like a decade more for me right now. Like in another decade, I'm joining WWE.
Fair
I
enough.
still have a shot. I still have a fucking shot.
You could do it.
I could still be a play-by-play, a WWE play-by-play announcer. I could still be the fucking backstage guy,
Yeah.
does the little interviews and gets thrown around.
You be
gets
Mean
fucking-
Gene, I'll be Jim Ross.
Dude, and I'm not a small guy, but I bet compared to those guys, I'm pretty small. Like I could look like a little pipsqueak on the TV, the little guy in the back.
Oh, yeah,
remember
for
the
sure.
footage of Mean Gene in the Andre the Giant documentary where he has his hands around his neck and he's
Yeah,
like fucking
totally.
choking him?
Absolutely.
And Andre's hands are just so huge.
Yeah.
Or he's choking Bob Uecker. Sorry, he's choking Bob Uecker and Mean Gene's standing there.
There you go.
But oh, dude, so fucking funny. But he puts his hand over Mean Gene's face. That's what it is. And it just covers his whole fucking head. That's awesome. Like a basketball. Just palming his face. But RIP to Mean Gene Okerlund, man.
Yeah, man.
Any memories you guys have of Mean Gene? I would love to hear them in the comments. You guys know I love wrestling and I love Mean Gene. That was my guy. I wish we could play some of these clips, but copyright is what it is.
Yeah. I've been watching clips all night.
I know. That's what I said.
Fucking love
Dude,
it.
as soon as I found that out, we were talking about it last night. We were just on YouTube just watching clips,
Yeah.
watching clips.
All night. Anything from Rowdy Piper to Jesse the Body Ventura, man. Did a lot of interviews with the Mean Gene, and then of course Hulk and the Savage, of course. You were talking about it earlier, how Ultimate Warrior, like his interviews were just so fucking weird, right?
Yeah,
he just
he
goes
wasn't
into
good.
this like weirdness.
Ultimate Warrior is one of those really unique wrestling characters because he was such a good character, and he was so good in front of the fans, he was such a fan favorite.
Yeah.
But he was an awful fucking promo guy.
Yeah.
He couldn't talk on the mic for shit. He would just say a ton of shit that you had no idea where it was going
Goes
or
into
what
a
he was
circular-
talking about.
circular.
And if you go look up Ultimate Warrior promos on YouTube, you'll see what I'm talking about. But there was no end game. He was never going anywhere.
Right.
So you could tell. Even looking at Gene, he didn't even know when to like talk or are you done? Am I cutting in here? Like this is back before everything was really scripted as far as the promos go. It was kind of like, here's these bullet points, hit on these, and we'll call it good. Today's WWE, way more scripted.
Way more.
But they're obviously producing entertainment television now. They're producing a real fucking reality show. Back then, no one knew what was going on. No one.
This was just fucking.
Some people thought it was real. Some people thought it was fake. Now
Great
everyone knows
entertainment.
it's fucking just entertainment. Everyone knows it's not real. It's obviously the shots they take are real. The stuff they do in the ring is fucking real. The physicality is real.
Yeah.
The storylines just aren't real. And that was kind of blurred back in the day. Now that there's no blur, there's no secret. We know the storylines aren't real, but we know the physicality, the injuries, and the shit that happens are very real.
Hell yeah.
Anyone that thinks wrestling's not fucking real,
Get out of here.
go get in the ring, get smoked with the chair real quick in the face, or
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like any of that, just get choke slammed on that ring. Have you ever seen Tough Enough? Those shows on MTV or any of that shit where, dude, those guys taking a bump for the first time in that ring, their eyes light up. They're fucking shocked on how hard that ring is and how that feels.
Yeah.
Like it's like falling on concrete. It's not fucking, it ain't a trampoline in there. People think it's trampoline. So one thing I don't remember, do you ever remember seeing Gene take any bumps? I don't remember ever seeing him like get beat up or choke slammed or anything like that. Like some of the other announcers, you get power bombed off a fucking stage through a table.
I don't
You never saw
either.
Gene take that shit, and maybe that's because he was already older, dude.
Yeah.
He started at 42.
Yeah.
That's when I was, as a young kid. He started a year before I was even born, and then by the time I saw him, he's probably late 40s, mid to late 40s. By the time I'm remembering or knowing who he is, so he was already, dude, 50-year-old man. By the time announcers started taking bumps and getting in the. Yeah, he's too old already.
You got a chance.
Dude, I got a chance.
You got a chance.
I got a chance to be there.
So
Me and
you
Gene
say
keep
there's
it-
a chance.
Oh, I need that sound.
Yeah. we need that sound.
But one of my favorites is when the biggest, this is one of the sound clips I wanted to play today too. One of the biggest turns in wrestling history, probably the biggest, this started the Monday Night Wars. It started the biggest shift in wrestling history, and that's the NWO. Hulk Hogan came out. Mean Gene was with WCW at the time, and that was actually a big story. When Mean Gene left WWF and went to WCW, I remember seeing him on WCW and being like, whoa, what the fuck's happening here? And that was like the first domino to really fall from WWF. It was Gene Okerlund, then it was Hogan, then it was Macho Man, then it just went down, and WCW started stealing a lot of the WWF talent.
That was 01 with Mean Gene?
No, fuck no, dude. Mean Gene came over there in probably 94.
Did he?
He was probably there in 94, 95 because the NWO happened in 96. Hogan came out, Bash
That's
at the
right.
Beach, 96, told the fans to stick it. This is the new world order of wrestling, brother.
Gotcha.
Mean Gene's in the ring. Hulk Hogan, you're a disgrace. All these people have supported you for years. Drink your milk, eat your vitamins. You've been this guy and all this stuff. And that none of that matters. All those Hulkamaniacs can eat a dick, basically, is what he said. He didn't say that, but he's like, oh, those Hulkamaniacs, whatever, just talking all this shit. And people are just chucking debris. I don't know if you've seen that promo. Dude, people are throwing Cokes and popcorn and pizzas and fucking just chucking debris in the ring, dude. The ring looks like a landfill. Like it's just filled with fucking trash.
That's crazy.
Everyone's just chucking shit at Hulk Hogan and Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. And Scott Hall was Razor Ramon.
Yep.
It's funny, dude. There's a meme out there, a GIF. If you look it up, he gets fucking smoked in the head with a Coke, and dude, he no sells it like a motherfucker. He gets hit in the head with a Coke, and he just goes and slicks his hair back, all fucking sick. And dude, it's a tight GIF. You got to check it out. It's I don't know if it's under Scott Hall or Razor Ramon, but it's funny because he just gets blasted in the face with a Coke, and he just fucking slicks his hair back. Throws the toothpick like he always did. You know what I mean? It's fucking fire. But yeah, dude, that was one of my favorite promos with Mean Gene because he was so disgusted with Hulk Hogan and him joining the NWO and becoming a heel. And this was something that we had never seen in wrestling. Like, who thought Hulk Hogan would be a bad guy? Who thought Hulk Hogan would ever turn? All of a sudden, the red and yellow's gone, and this fool comes out the next night in black.
Yep.
The NWO fucking black. He's got the beard dyed black. The heavyweight title, the NWO spray painted on the front of the title, like sick, bro. Just probably the greatest angle in wrestling. It was the invasion angle, dude. It was something that we've never seen before. It did happen in Japan, and that's where Eric Bischoff stole the idea from WCW. He actually stole that idea from New Japan. A lot of people don't know that, but they did something similar, not on this level, but they did an invasion angle, and that was really the first one. Bischoff stole that and brought it to WCW, and having Hulk Hogan as the secret third man of the NWO was just so fucking brilliant and something that will never be duplicated. We'll never see anything like that again because of the internet. Everything's out. Everything's spoiled.
Right.
If you want to know, you know. It's hard enough for me just to not know what happened on a standard Monday Night Raw because of Twitter. You know what I mean? Like, I got to really make sure I'm not fucking scrolling through Twitter while Raw's on if I want to watch it recorded later.
Totally.
It just becomes a huge issue. But anyway, man, that's about all I have on Mean Gene. I'll go down a rabbit hole and talk wrestling with you fools all day. But RIP to Mean Gene, man, the broadcasting legend. Like I said, the Hulk Hogan or the Andre the Giant of the broadcasting game and wrestling, man. He will go down. He is in the WWE Hall of Fame. And RIP to the Hall of Famer Mean Gene Okerlund, man. Let's move on and let's go into sneakers, man. Sneakers, Supreme season's over. No more Supreme drops.
It is.
So we're done with that. What do you have here?
Those are the infamous BYWX versions.
This is the ones, huh?
These are the Pharrell Williams that you and I had such a good convo.
We had a couple words.
We had a good convo about.
I don't think it was that. Some people took it as like way more than it was. People were hitting me up like, "Man, you really need to be nicer to Dallas. You sound like really hateful and all this stuff." I'm like, really? Like, you obviously don't know me.
Hey, they should trust our friendship.
Right? Exactly.
We'll be fine.
It's definitely not hate. It's
all
not
right.
hateful. It's just we're just having grown men dialogue. I'm sorry if that never happened in your house growing up, or you don't know what real dialogue is, but
Correct.
It's just a convo of back and forth with a little bit of Just a little stern in the voice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No Howard.
A little bit stern, no Howard. So what he's doing right now is he's kind of just taking his first looks of the BYWX, the Pharrell Williams, the Empathy Gratitude joints.
Did you wear these?
I did.
Or you just tried them on? You actually worn them?
I wore them around the house.
Oh, okay.
So I haven't done any, crazy. I haven't balled up on anybody.
That's what I was going to ask.
You know?
So what's your thoughts now that you own them as far as the comfort
You bet.
in the field? Do they feel the same? Do they feel different? Do you hate them? Do you love them? Where are we going?
All right, man. So
You better give me some real shit too. Don't be fucking bullshitting me.
I ain't
bullshitting our audience.
I ain't bullshitting. Let me give you
Just so you could be right.
You can't bullshit an audience.
All right, go ahead.
They're too smart, man. These trolls are too smart. But here's what I would say. So the BYW, which I've said in the past, I'm not a big fan, and it's mostly because the shoe's so fat and the way it lays and pants. I just can't pull it off, and I don't think it's the most comfortable shoe out there. Okay, I'm still an Ultra Boost guy for life. Here's what I would say about the BYWX. It's comfortable, but it's not a lifestyle shoe. It is a performance shoe, that is for sure. Look at the toe box. Look at the left side. And then it's going to be the right side on this one. Dude, this shoe is a locked-in performance model. Okay. So, and you look at like the not the torsions on the side, but you look at like the side heel cups on the inside, the medial side. Dog, you can feel that. Okay. It is there for support. It is strategically built there for support and to lock you in. As a matter of fact, it's a very narrow shoe because of that. Okay, so for you wide foot fools out there, which I'm not, if you have a wide foot, this is not a shoe for you. There is so much structural support and integrity in these X models that it makes it not comfortable. Okay, it makes it more of a performance model. Granted, I haven't broken these in, enough. I haven't done some rigorous activities with them, but would I wear this as a lifestyle? Absolutely not. Absolutely not would I wear this on the daily.
So would you feel like the other BYWs are maybe the same? Maybe they're not really made for lifestyle either.
I think they are, though, because they don't have all that.
But you said they're not comfortable.
They're not. Well, I don't think the Boost you wear, that actual outsole and that midsole,
right.
I don't think it's one of the most comfortable ones out there.
That's what I was
some people
thinking.
would arguably say that it is, and I disagree with that. For me, and the BYW is just, it's not a heavy shoe, but it's just a bulky shoe. I don't like bulky shoes. And the ones that I have on today, which we'll go over next, this is my kind of shoe. But hold on. Let's finish
I don't
these.
even know what you have on. Jeez.
But I love these. I love this colorway. I love the ideas. I love the two words as gratitude and empathy. That's one of my favorite things. I'm very empathetic at running a store with a bunch of reps who are all in their feelings. I like, dude. I love what these shoes say. I love the meaning behind these. Pharrell does a great job with the African descent. With a lot of his models, the solar Afro,
the Pan-African flag.
Yeah, absolutely. The Pan-African flag. You look at these colors, dude. That's what this is.
Yep.
So I really like this shoe, and more for just a collector piece in the collection. But I will not be wearing this on the daily. I think I'll wear it to like short occasions if I've got something going on for a couple hours where maybe I can sit down and have an alternate where I'm not on my feet all day. I think this is a great option. Or to do performance stuff. Like maybe I do go to the gym and I just go play some horse, or I go do some shoot arounds, or maybe even join just a little, three man league for a quick game or something. I think they'd be pretty cool. But
so you're not going to wear them for lifestyle. Are you? I don't readily see you out in the streets crossing fools up.
No.
So are you going to even keep these? Are you going to actually wear them are you going to start balling? Is Planet Fitness have a gym? What's going on here?
They don't have a gym to unfortunately shoot around, but I was thinking about switching gyms. We can get into that a little bit later, but one that actually has a place where I can go shoot balls and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's what I guess I'm saying. Do they have a gym? They are a gym.
Yeah, they are a gym, but they don't have.
Yeah, like court. Indoor court. Like I'm thinking 24-hour fitness style.
Right, correct. But no, I just like these. I like the design of them. I like the colorway. I just like to have the shoe in my collection. So this isn't going to be a daily driver. I'm not going to wear this once a week, once every couple of weeks. I'll bust these out on certain occasions. What I would tell the audience or the listeners is, don't even pay retail. You need to if you're going to get these under retail. I got them under retail. I got them $30 under retail. They retail at $250. They're not worth $250. Even if you perform in them,
right?
They're not worth $250 in my opinion.
Okay.
But if you like Pharrell, if you like the model, if you like the colorway, if you like the locked-in feel, you still have some boost, you still have some support. You got some great colors, dude. These primary colors go with anything and everything, so you could dress these with anything. But that sock collar on top, remember, you ain't wearing jeans with these. There's no fucking way. You got to wear tech fleece. You got to wear joggers with these because you're going to have that same NMD issue. And this sock collar is even higher.
Right.
So that's kind of my opinion. What do you think? First looks. This is the first time you've seen them.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, they're okay. Same thing. I mean, if you're talking, but that's the reason I would never buy them is because I'm not doing performance. You know what I mean? Looks wise, I mean, they're okay.
Yeah.
They're all right. Even if they were, like, if you told me, hey, these are one of the most comfortable fucking pairs I own. You gotta get a pair. You gotta try them on. I still, it would be really tough for me still to rock these because of the lack of a tongue.
Yeah.
And I just feel like they'd be a very difficult shoe to style. They're not made for style. No. They're made for performance. They're made for with basketball shoes. Yep. Try to wear these with a pair of jeans.
No.
Joggers, even shorts is...
Shorts might look a little weird, yeah, for sure.
Unless you're basketball.
Unless you're on the basketball court. Right. But I think a tech fleece, I've got a pair of Adidas, just...
tech fleece kind of pants?
Tech fleece pants, yeah, like super lightweight.
Fleece,
and they looked pretty decent. I'll have to show you on feet. Maybe we can do that for the vid or whatever. But they are hard to style.
Yeah, dude, that's what I see. So for me, obviously, a no cop. I'd cop the original BYWs with the big tongue first. You told me stay away from them. You said they're the worst.
Yeah.
They're not comfortable. So I have stayed away from them. That's why I was shocked when you went and bought these.
Yeah.
Your reasoning behind it makes it a little more... Okay, you wanted to test them out. You wanted to try them.
Yeah.
Now that you have, you might be switching gyms, so you're going to hang on to them.
Yeah.
Because you might use them to shoot around here and there.
And the collector piece in me. Okay. I think I just really like how the shoe is done. I like the look of the model. It's a model that I need in my collection because it's so different from everything else that I have.
Yeah.
Look and feel.
To me, honestly, the shoe I love to fucking ball in, and I might go back and get a pair just so I have them, because I don't have them anymore. I don't have the shoes. So the shoe I like to ball in is the Kobe 9s. I fucking love those Kobe 9s.
Kobe 9's great.
And I'm going to probably have to go back and get a pair because I don't have, like, if someone was like, yo, let's go fucking hit the court Sunday, I can't. I can. I mean.
Yeah, but you don't have any.
I can't. I'm going to be out there in Concords or what? You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to be just putting on, some Jordan 1s? Like, I'm going to be out there. So
totally.
I should probably get a pair of shoes I could ball in, because I do have football cleats that I haven't got to use. So why not? Why not have some basketball? Can't believe we didn't get to use those fucking cleats.
I know. This is our year. Don't worry about it.
Right. Okay, here, let's move on to the next shoe.
Next shoe.
Oh, geez. You love them.
These are the Nike Air.
Fear
of God.
You and the homie RJ.
Skylon 2. I watched his review, actually.
Oh, how was that? I didn't get to check it out yet.
He did pretty well. He talked about how some of the materials were actually pretty decent, and I would disagree.
Oh, really?
I think the materials are butt.
Oh,
okay. I don't think they're very nice at all. You've got some like shitty suede nubuck on them. You do have some 3M on the tongue, which is cool. You have the lace locks. You have the rope laces.
Wait. Before you go on, this does look nice to me. I'm almost with RJ. Like, it does feel kind of premium and nice. What's wrong with it? Why don't you like it?
I don't think it feels premium at all.
Really?
No, not at all.
Interesting.
No.
What would feel? The reason it feels premium to me, I guess, maybe because it's different. Is that why I'm feeling premium?
I
think this normally would be leather.
Yeah.
So what's wrong with this? What don't you like, or what?
That's exactly what I'd want. I'd want a really nice leather. Yeah. I don't
like the tongue. The tongue is a nice leather.
Dude.
But here's the thing. Have you ever seen a really fucking nice leather on an Air Max shoe like this? No, it's always just a standard
I wouldn't say really nice, but that's the
thing,
this
tongue's leather is fire.
Dog, this is a Fear of God, and that's typically a higher end designer brand. Now, they have their essentials, which is their lower end.
Yeah.
But dude, the materials could have been a lot better. Like, look at the fucking leather that go through the lace holes right there. Look at that leather.
Right.
That's a pretty decent leather. It's tumbled just enough. You've got your creases in there.
So you would want that over the whole shoe? I feel like that would give it more of a cheap look.
Well, I would want that to be more of the predominant and then still mix it up with some of this. But I don't want the suede nubuck as much as it was put in there.
Interesting.
That's my opinion, though.
Interesting. Right. Exactly. I think I disagree. I think for some reason this does look more luxe to me. It does look more premium.
Does it?
Yeah, I think I'm with RJ on that, dude. I just think we don't see it the same way, which is fine. But I just dude, it's like a nice pool table, like fucking felt.
Yeah, it is. It is more. Maybe I want it to be a little bit more hairy, or like maybe when you run your finger against it, you can actually see. Yeah.
Some of the Jordans we've seen lately. Yeah.
Some of the levels of that suede nubuck. Maybe that's what I constitute as premium. This doesn't look like that. It looks like a bitch version of that.
Huh.
Okay, in my
Interesting.
opinion.
Yeah.
But I like the patent leather swoosh. If you look at the Fear of God on the side,
Yeah.
that's all 3M as well, which is
Okay.
pretty cool. So 3M on the top, on the toe
pretty
box.
sick.
But that perforated leather tongue is fire, I think.
Dude, I love the tongue.
Isn't it
tongue and
great?
the lace lock are my favorite part of the shoe.
Mine too.
Love it.
Absolutely.
Fucking love it. And if just to kind of give you some perspective on what we're talking about here is, especially if you're not watching on the YouTube channel,
Yeah.
the leather on this tongue, dude, it is incredibly soft and it's perforated. So the whole thing, the whole tongue up top is all perforated, and then it's got it's got a super, super soft leather. It's got black rope laces and then a clear and cream lace lock, which actually the cream matches the cream outsole or midsole. I guess midsole and outsole on this shoe, which is really, really dope to me. So I'm you got the Fear of God insole in there. I'm actually surprised that in person and in hand holding these,
Yeah.
I like them way more than I thought I was going to.
Yeah.
The white pair, I think I would never fuck with,
Me either.
but that's just because I know that toe box and the white, it would just get creased and
fucked.
beat. Yeah, it would just get killed. But these are actually pretty cool. My homie Jordan Spencer would fucking love these because he loves the Nike Internationalist. Have you ever heard of those?
Yes.
It's kind of like a mix. It's like a hybrid. It's almost like a mix between these and an Air Max.
Yeah.
The Internationalist, but they're really big over in Europe, but they're harder to find in the U.S. So he's always like hassling me, like, "Yo, what's up with them Internationalists, dog?" Let me get some." So he would fucking love this pair. What are these going for right now? Resale?
Not much actually.
I figured.
So they retail at $150. Those are the cream laces.
Cream laces that come with them,
and it almost matches the outsole.
Did you swap them already, or did you try to lace them up with them?
I haven't yet. So I'd like to kind of see what that
I would
looks
like to. I definitely would like to. Do
And
they
put
give
that-
you black lace locks, or just these only
Just
these
those.
ones? Damn, that would have been fire if they give you black lace locks to put on
Yeah,
with these.
for
You know what I
sure.
mean? Or like a black or a gray kind of tone.
Yeah.
Colorway. That would have been sick.
And then they gave you the flat black laces, but those are boring. Hey, dude, if you got rope laces over flat,
Oh, wild! So
Why
they give
would
you
you do that?
they give you a black rope,
Yeah.
then a flat black, and then the cream rope.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep.
Very interesting. Yeah, I would never rock the flats over the
The
rope.
flats. No, you got to do ropes, man. Ropes are way fucking.
Well,
sicker.
the thing that I love about the rope is this. I love how fucking thin or how small that is.
Yeah.
This is the greatest fucking shoe to style ever.
Totally.
And you still have a lace hole.
Yep.
Extra lace hole still.
And you have a tongue.
So honestly, I almost might, dude, this is fucking fire. I almost might take it one more hole down.
Yeah.
And just do it through there and have those just a little bit longer, but that way I could rock them a little more loose.
Yeah.
And have the tongue out a little more.
And I
think
tried
that's
that
what
a little bit.
Oh, you did?
And because right now, if you look at it, dude, that's hard to get on my foot. So
yeah.
I need that shit a little bit more loose. So I'll probably do that as well.
Yeah, do that. What? Okay, sorry. What'd you say they're hitting for resale?
So they retail at $150 right now. They're like $165, $170.
Dude.
But dude, there's still size runs everywhere.
Oh,
I
really?
can get them for you at retail.
Oh, no shit.
As a matter of fact, Sneaker
Who
still
knew?
has certain sizes. They don't have many in the blacks. They have a few in the whites. But UB.
Yeah, I'm not fucking with the whites at all. But
you
the
be-
blacks, I might be interested, especially with the cream lace swap out real quick and their rope.
Yeah.
I might be low key fucking with these. Where you think I could go pick these up locally at Bait? You think I could walk in there where they hate me and then just take a shit in the middle of the floor and then still pick these up?
I don't know, but if you can, I'd love to go with you.
That would be tight.
I don't know if they had them. I haven't seen anything on their gram that said they got them or whatever, but it's not.
I'm gonna call over there after the show.
Yeah, it's not a super high end shoe.
I'm gonna call over there after. I know, but they kind of get the Fear of the God, and they get kind of
Some of that.
They're the only store that we have locally that gets any kind of that luxe shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So even though you don't consider these
The
luxe,
Y3 stuff.
yeah, exactly.
They
They
get
get all
that.
the Y3 exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna call over there afterwards and see if they got any of these chilling, dude. That would be fucking fire if I could
What?
pick these up for retail on a 12. Because now seeing them in hand, this was a shoe I was so fucking far out on.
Yeah.
But dude, in hand with the laces and the fucking lace lock.
love the lace
and
lock.
the tongue. Dude, I'm kind of in. I'm kind of in.
I like 'em.
Dude,
I
I'm more
like 'em.
in than I'm out. I'm probably 75% in on these bitches. Like if I can get them without a big fucking hassle, I'm in.
Dog, now that you're so into them, I wish I would have brought the box. The box caps it off.
Oh, the box is fire too?
The box is
What are you doing
fucking
with your
great.
life?
Dude, the box
Just
is
because
great.
I'm not into them doesn't
Dude.
mean the viewers don't want to see.
Dude, it's the high end.
Fuck, Dal.
It's the high end box. So you have like the Prestos, the acronym Presto
yeah,
box.
yeah.
Same box, dude.
Nice.
So it has the little flap
yeah.
you open, slide out, right?
Yeah.
It's orange. It's got the Nike stamped on it, dude.
Wow.
It's
I
a
need to look
nice,
this fucking box up real
dude.
quick.
It's a nice fucking box.
That's crazy. Let me let me look that up really quick. So what retails $150.
$150.
They're sitting some sites.
Yeah.
You can get them for $160 on StockX right now.
165 ish on
Okay.
StockX.
You think they're going to drop below retail after they eventually sell out?
I think it's possible.
I don't even know what the fuck these are called, Dallas. What are these called? Fear of God what?
They are called the Nike Air Fear of God Skylon 2s.
Skylon 2.
Which is an old 90s retro silhouette.
When the homie RJ did the review, did he do both colorways?
No, because he got the black first.
Oh,
they
gotcha.
next day aired the black, he said, and the white they gave him the standard. So he didn't have the whites yet when he did the review.
Because I saw him sitting. I saw a photo on Twitter of him sitting with the whites on.
Yeah.
So, that's the homie RJ. He does a bunch of different sneaker reviews. Do you know his channel? Fuck, by chance, I would like
Is it RJ TV?
I would like to give him a shout out, but I don't know his channel. But he's dude, super super cool. Does reviews. Really cool guy. Just a good member of the sneaker community. If you don't have sneaker Twitter, if you don't have Twitter and you're in the sneaker community, I do not know what you're doing with your life, because the shit is fire. I'm trying to find his Twitter right now. Is it? I feel like it's something weird, like ARJ, or is it just RJ? Am I just tripping? Oh, there it is. So his Twitter is @_it's RJS.
Gotcha.
@_it's RJS. So if you want to check out his vlogs or check out his shit, shoot him a follow on Twitter.
And his YouTube is RJ Scott.
There you go. That's what it is. RJ Scott.
RJ Scott.
Cool. So yeah, man, check that fool out. He did a review on these if you want to see any more of a breakdown than kind of what we just gave. But you just saw me get a little interested. Shit, I'm kind of might be halfway in on them shits. Okay, so is that all you have on there for the sets of sneakers before I go open my shit?
That's all. That's all that I brought. I've got a couple of sneakers we can talk about here in a bit, like releases.
Yeah, we'll get into that. I just want to open this shit while we're in the process of opening.
Do it,
and I'll kind of go over this. I'm super pumped about this. This actually came from a homie. I don't even know how to say his first name. I think it's Liev, but his company is Gabriel Customs. Now I don't know if it's Gabriel or Gavriel. I don't know. But I know the dude is super, super sick. I reached out to him. I was like, yo, man, I need to get this watch band. You know, I've been talking about it. I've been telling you I wanted to cop it. Homeboy does custom work, and he does sick fucking custom work. So if you really want to get some custom shit, shoot my man a follow. It's Gavriel Customs on Instagram. So it's GAVRIEL _customs. Gabriel Customs. Super nice packaging too. He sent this to me. He got the dope box. He's got his little sticker there with his IG on the outside. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see that. Super sick. But what's inside? Not only did he include this little custom fucking like keychain,
almost like a pendant.
It's almost like a little gift. Like super sick, right? I mean, pretty cool. Pretty cool thing just to include as a little gift. But then the big shit, custom made Apple Watch band for my Apple Watch from an Off-White
belt.
I think either it was like an Off-White like camera strap or satchel or something from a bag. So what he does, if you check out his IG, he takes different products from like Louis Vuitton, Gucci, old, Off-White shit, and he cuts them up so they're authentic products. So he'll just take shit that's been, he'll buy them, wherever, and he'll take them and kind of make them into something new. So he took this Off-White strap or the satchel bag or satchel strap or whatever it was, and he made me a Apple Watch band. So this shit goes for my Apple Watch. It's really dope because he not only took the Off-White strap, but he sewed on the back side. He went and sewed leather from like watch leather, just like you'd buy when you get a normal leather watch band. You'd have that on the inside. So that's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Overall, like I'm not sure on pricing. You have to DM him and stuff like that. But a huge shout out to this to Gabriel for hooking me up, or Gabriel Customs for hooking me up with this, man. I'm gonna actually put this shit on right now. But I've been talking about this for a minute. I've been trying to get this shit done for a minute, and I actually reached out to there's a couple different people that do this kind of customs. Nobody hit me back, dog.
Really?
Just trying to fucking do business, trying to be a fucking paying customer. No one hit the kid back. This is the only cat that hit the kid back. So big shout out. Big shout out to my guy Liev for fucking with me and Gabriel Customs. Look at that. Look how easy that was too. Yeah. I just switched out my I just took my straps off my Apple Watch, put this one on, and it's dope because it's like, the Apple band, how it just snaps in there. This shit's like an actual watch band. Like it goes through like a regular watch clip, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So super, super cool. Again, make sure you shoot him a follow on IG if you want to get any products, man. He does some really, really dope work. Obviously, I can vouch for that here. I have one in front of me. Super sick. The presentation was nice. The way he sends it out, high quality shit, man. And everything is made from authentic materials. So everything's 100% authentic. You don't have to worry about that. and just really, really dope. So I'm going to be rocking the Off-White Apple Watch wristband.
Damn, looks pretty fire.
Shit is sick, right?
Yeah, looks fire.
Super sick. So big shout out to him for that. Pumped to get that, man. I've been waiting to open this and fucking show you. I wanted to start rock. I got it yesterday and I was like, damn, I can't. I gotta
save
keep it.
Hey, save for the cast.
Save it for the cast.
Save for the cast.
This is the motto around here. Save it for the cast. So yeah,
We're
big
gonna
shout out.
I told you we should make shirts on that, but you and I are the only ones who understand.
Right.
Save it for the cast.
I know. We should save it for the cast shirts. We fucking just, as I said earlier, save it for the cast, everything. Let's move along. What more do we want to go into sneakers? Releases coming up. There's some big time shit coming out in January. There's some stuff coming towards the end of the month that I guess we'll talk about. We'll talk about the other releases next week and in the following weeks as we kind of get to the end of January.
Yeah.
But what's coming up this week that you're looking forward to?
This week, I don't really have anything this week per se. I was just going to talk about, I just wanted to get your kind of opinion on this new, so we've tried Air Maxes, right, in the past. We've tried, the new Vapor Maxes, and we're kind of all about this technology, right?
Yep.
Well, how much do you know about the new Nike Air Max 720?
Not much.
Have you heard? Have
No.
you seen? No? Okay. So the 720, so it is going to be the newest flagship runner from Nike. It hasn't hit the shelves yet. We're talking like early spring is what they say. There's no really release dates because there's like 4 or 5 colorways that they've talked about. But
Wait, so these are, I've seen earlier this year, I heard rumors and shit and seen different mock-ups of the shoe, but they have an official colorway that's releasing now?
they have a couple official colorways. Yeah, the triple black is probably going to be one of the first.
Oh, that's the one I saw. Those are so fucking terrible.
You know what I don't like about this shoe is not so much the air bubble. Okay, I like the air bubble. I can deal with this, but it's the upper, man.
Yeah, that Darth Vader.
It reminds me. It reminds me of just.
You know what it reminds me of? All those triangles? Fucking Teletubbies.
Dude, it reminds me of the Air Max Plus that have been out.
What's
been
wrong?
coming out?
Vapor Max Plus.
Yeah, or
Just, Air Max Plus. I guess the same kind of pattern up top.
They use the both.
Right.
The same pattern on both. So, and I don't own a pair of those because I don't like that fucking upper. It's like this.
Have you tried them on?
No, I haven't.
See, here's the thing I hear about. I don't know about the Air Max, but what I'm hearing.
You're talking about the Air Max Plus models, right?
Yes, but
no,
Vapor Max Plus.
No, I haven't tried them on.
Dude, what I hear about the Vapor Max Plus is every fucking person that's hit me up or said anything about them has said awesome things.
Really?
Haven't heard one bad thing about that Vapor Max Plus. And there's so many colorways out. There's so many different ones out. And I have still not tried them on. But I hear that the Vapor Max Plus is just fire, dude. Everyone's said it's super, super comfortable. And that upper is very, very nice. Like it hugs your foot nicely. It's almost like a memory foam on the top of your foot, is what I'm kind of hearing. So I don't know. I don't want to shit on it. Now, do I love the way it looks? No, I'm not a huge fan of the aesthetic, but as far as the feel and stuff, I'm curious to try it out because I've heard such good things about it. So that's what I was curious about if you've tried either Air Max or Vapor Max Plus on.
I haven't.
Just to test out that upper, but
No.
that's what I'm hearing, man.
Do you
That's what I'm
know?
hearing.
So it's interesting why they call it the 720 is because they're talking that it has the 360 degree form from horizontal and vertical. So you add both 360s together to get that 720. So it's interesting how they come up with these names. But they're also saying that the 720 Air unit contains more than 75% manufacturing waste.
Huh.
So it's actually a shoe that they're trying to, have a sustainable future for athletes in mind, trying to keep a cleaner environmental footprint.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool. Again, a lot of what Adidas is doing, right, with the parlay stuff, keeping the oceans clean. So now Nike's kind of come back with that. But yeah, for the 720, all units have a composition of more than 75% recycled manufacturing waste. So I think that's pretty sweet, man. So I like where the shoe's coming from. I like the idea of it. You know that shit's going to feel comfy, dude, walking on that. But I just don't like the look of that upper personally. But
here's the two pairs that I do like that I've seen. I like the gold.
Yeah.
And I like the silver bullet.
Okay.
Colorway. Have you seen that one?
Yeah, for
Obviously,
sure.
you know the silver bullet, but
I
I like those two. Those are the two that I would be fucking with so far. Triple white, maybe. You might be able to talk me into it. I'd have to see. I'd have to put it on.
Right.
But none of the other shit I'm really feeling. The blacks, no. The teals, the purples, the any of those other ones. I'm
the
not
orange,
really
the tiger.
orange, not really feeling it because the reason I'm not really feeling it is I'd rather cop the orange Vapor Max Plus. They're a brighter orange if I was gonna go that way.
Sure.
So that
looks like a Tony D2 Wild.
Dude,
cop for
yeah,
sure, huh?
yeah. Top 10 list. There it is. Put them on.
Top 10.
Put them on your boy Wild.
So yeah, I just wanted to kind of talk about that because that one is upcoming here. That is
that the gradient, the one you just showed me? Is that the orange? Is that the gradient colorway?
Yep.
Dude, I found another picture and it looks 10 times better than the one you just showed me.
Does it?
Maybe I'm in on the gradient. Based off photos, I'd have to see in person.
Yeah,
I don't. It's hard to tell what the color really looks like.
But that's the latest shoe that's the latest that I kind of wanted to bring up just to, just because I like what they're doing, the footprint, the environment, that kind of stuff. And then obviously that's a big airbag. That's their first big air unit from heel to toe.
Did you, speaking of VaporMax Plus, I saw they have a new one coming out, the Midnight Navy and Metallic Gold.
Yeah, don't care.
Look pretty fire to me.
Yeah, don't care.
I want to try them out.
You should.
I definitely do want to try them out, especially now that we're talking about this upper.
You know what? We could do it.
I'm surprised you don't, being the tryout god.
Yeah.
Like you love trying things out.
I just hate the way it looks. I hate that upper. I hate the way it looks.
Dude, that is not that bad of a fucking looking shoe.
Dude, it looks dog shit to me.
Oh, with the red bubbles?
Dog shit.
I think that shit. Well, I'm a sucker for the navy and the red.
And I don't even like Vapor Maxes that much. I have the off-whites. I have the...
I'm curious to try these ones out because I want to test that upper.
Mm-hmm.
I like,
You should be my test god on that. I don't want to put my foot in there.
What about the Air 4 or the Monarch 4s, snow days? You get those?
Nope.
Just kidding. Those are the worst.
I called my boy Pete Carroll. He says, bring your gum and bring those.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
He's about that life.
Okay, so other releases, obviously the Ultra Boost 19, there's a couple models all of a sudden. So they're both different than the initial one we saw release, which is set to have a wider release in February.
Right. They have a darker multicolor and then the lighter multicolor. Are you seeing both of those?
I'm seeing it's called it's not even multicolor. No, I'm seeing like a pink. You seen that one?
I haven't seen that one.
Oh, it comes out the 4th.
Oh, wow.
This is January 4th as well as the multicolor one.
Yeah, the darker one.
Yep. So
I might mess with that darker one.
Really? That looks like a Dallas shoe for sure.
Thank you.
That thing looks so poopy. No, I'm just kidding. I said that about the fucking Fear of God joints you have on too, and I'm half in on those.
Just wait till you see my gray Onyx 4Ds that I just bought.
Oh,
the one that you said that is definitely
dude,
a Dallas shoe.
That was the biggest Dallas shoe.
It's the biggest Dallas shoe of all time.
Dude, those look like, oh man, those just look like you. I don't even know how much more to explain it. So anyway, we got those two coming out on the 4th, which is tomorrow. Okay. So as you guys are listening to this, those will both be releasing. You think those are sell out or no? Based off the Ultra Boost 19 hype so far.
That's an all women's colorway.
Looks like the pink one is women's. The multicolor is not. And I don't even see a white multicolor. I don't know.
I don't see the pink one selling out, but I do see the multicolor, the darker multicolor.
No way.
Selling out in certain sites. Now, I think Adidas will sell out, but will it be in other places that you can grab? Yes. But I think certain sites will sell out. Yes.
Interesting.
Not all.
All right. What about Game of Thrones Ultra Boost dropping?
Game of Thrones.
Those come out on the 4th as well. So
they were supposed to.
Oh, they're not. They're not anymore.
I got a little update for you.
Yeah, give me some.
So it looks like the Game of Thrones have been pushed back, and not that long, but it looks like February 6th. It looks like you have the Night's Watch, and then you have the House of Targaryen, I think is how you say it. I don't know. I'm not a big
I don't watch Game of Thrones at all.
I've never watched it. So it looks like those have been pushed back a couple days.
What do you are you up on those? Are you getting them? What's your plans here?
To me, yeah, I want to in certain ways because they on the insole there's stuff that talks about it. They have the little flag on the back, So I like the way they're done, but I don't have any soft spots for Game of Thrones. I've never watched it. I'm not tuned in. I don't know anything about it. So from an Ultra Boost standpoint, I like the I don't know which one. I think the House of Targaryens. Or is that the white pair?
No, that's the black pair.
Oh, I like the white pair.
I haven't even seen the white pair.
Whatever pair that is.
There's it's Game of Thrones as well?
What's that?
There's a Game of Thrones white pair release?
Yeah.
I'll look it up real quick. I haven't seen the white. But go ahead.
It's not been like, I don't think Adidas has came out with it yet, so it might be one of those mock-ups that is probably going to be a thing that will probably have some changes made to it later, but
with the silver stripes?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Has like the little that taping, the ATR taping around the front.
No.
Do you see that?
No, I think maybe I'm looking at early photos or something.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? I know exactly which ones you're talking about.
That would be the only pair that I'm kind of interested in.
Do they have black boost?
No.
What the fuck? These are. Oh, that was like a 3M version.
Was
But
it?
I couldn't tell. So it looked like it had black boost. Okay, there we go. I see it. Yeah, it's the ones Teddy posted.
Yeah, those are the ones.
The ones Teddy posted with the clear.
Yeah, like
What did he say about him? I forgot. Something negative. I
Ted.
think.
Yeah, Ted doesn't like him. I don't know. I don't remember what Ted said, that he didn't like the Game of Thrones stuff. But
Oh, he doesn't like either of them.
nah, I don't think he's.
Gotcha.
I just don't think he likes the shoe.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
I think he made fun of the flag. But yeah, for me, I'm just not a Game of Thrones fan.
I'm not either, but I
don't
do like
watch
the
it.
black and the orange. I just love that bright
Yeah.
orange popping off the toe. I think that's going to be a dope shoe. So I'm gonna try to go after him.
Do you think Kano will do some sick custom?
I probably. That feels. I don't even know what more you could do on the black one though. I mean, the booze is already blacked out. The cage is leather. The fucking toe prime knitted is all crazy in the front. They got leather tongue tabs. I mean, what more do you want? Flag on the back.
Yeah, the Night's Watch.
Flag on the back is the worst part for me, I think.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, huh? The
Not
Night's
feeling it.
Watch is the only one that I'm really kind of interested. It almost looks like a parlay a little bit.
Yeah.
Has some parlay looks to it. It has that ATR kind of white stripping in the front of the
I
toe
like
box.
that. I like that look. I hope they do that more with the.
And it almost looks like a suede. Does it look like a suede heel cup?
Yeah. No, I think it's 3D printed.
You think
No,
it's 3D?
yeah, because look at that.
Oh yeah,
Look at that look.
definitely 3D printed.
Looks.
The
But yeah.
flag, the flag's a little weird though, isn't
The
it?
flag's weird. I'm not a huge fan of it, but I just think it's unnecessary. But yeah, that pair's sick.
Yeah,
I hope they keep doing that with the ATR stripping around the toe. I like that.
yeah, I like that too, man.
I
For
think
sure.
it looks good. Any other pairs or anything else? Sneaker wise, you want to move into before we?
I think that's
move along
about it,
here.
man. The Paul George PlayStation, the white joints,
Yep.
I think come out this week.
Yep.
I don't know what day, maybe the 5th, 4th, something like that. But I don't like the white. Yeah, the 5th.
Okay.
So those are the PG 2.5X PlayStations. Those are the all white joints, the, translucent, nice icy sole.
Yeah.
Not feeling them.
Not
Don't want them.
Not
Don't want
feeling
them. Don't want them. So I'm good.
Okay. Let's move into. I guess let's go. Tell me about the Mayweather exhibition first, because I didn't see. I heard, all of a sudden, I seriously looked at my social media and there was a fight.
Yeah.
I don't even understand what happened.
We thought there wasn't going to be.
I thought there wasn't
Floyd
gonna be a
came
fight.
out and said there wasn't going to be a fight.
Okay.
All of a sudden, there's a fight.
He made $9 million.
Long story short, yeah, he made $9 million to headline this year event that equated into a sparring match. That's all this was, just a sparring exhibition match.
Yeah.
It sounds like Tension though. He came out swinging. This kickboxer, this little kid,
Oh, yeah.
the 20-year-old kid, Tension, dude, he came out swinging. He came out taking this super
Did you
serious.
watch it? Did you look it up?
I watched some of the
Okay. Little
playback
highlights or whatever,
a little
yeah.
bit later or whatever.
How long did it go?
Dude, not even a round.
Oh Jesus.
Tension's.
What do you mean you watched some of the playback? You didn't watch the whole fight? What are you talking about?
I mean, I watched the majority of it, dude. There was four hits that Mayweather got in, and after those 4 hits, it was enough for Tension's crew side to call the fight.
No way.
They called the fight.
What? This guy's a kickboxer,
Yeah.
fucking fighter, and they called the fight after he got hit 4 times?
He got knocked down 3 times, got hit a 4th.
Oh, wow.
His side called the fight. They
I need to check this
They
out,
threw in the white towel, dog.
I need to look this up.
It didn't even go a full round. This was the easiest $9 million Money Mayweather has ever made in his life.
Dude, and that's such a small amount of money compared to what he's used to getting. You know what I mean? Like what he's used to fighting for. Like what the fuck is $9 million to him? You know what I mean? I don't know that I say that now. I mean, I could easily see Floyd going broke sometime within my lifetime, but $9 million, just not a lot for his normal purses. But I guess if you don't even have to go around, $9 mil,
Not even around.
easy.
Literally dropping him in several times in the first round with Tension's corner throwing in the towel.
Damn,
Easy as that, dude.
that's crazy.
So, and Tension was really upset when his corner threw in the towel. Dude, they have pics of him crying.
Oh, dude, I saw the fight. That's
See
how
that?
I saw on social media when
Yeah.
they were raising Floyd's hand.
Yeah.
I
Crazy,
saw that he was like kind of getting his hand raised, and
Yep.
or Floyd was getting his hand raised, and the other guy looked like he was crying.
He was.
Tension.
Wow.
Man.
The kickboxing king.
Your boy.
Throwing down some tears.
No shit.
Throwing
Fuck.
a little bit of
Where
Justin
was this
Timberlake.
at? Where did this happen?
This was in Japan.
In Japan. Okay. That's the worst, dude. Oh, this fight's not going to happen, and then the fucking fight happens.
Yeah, none of us know on
No
the
one even
American
knows.
side. Yeah.
Floyd just knocks him out,
Until
makes $9 million.
until
You just see
Twitter
it on
comes
social
along.
media.
Yep.
How did that happen? How does that go around the world and we don't get any wind? No one gets any wind of it. Oh, hey, Floyd's actually fighting tonight or today. I guess it would be today.
I had no idea until Twitter said, "Oh, hi."
Wild. Hi, Floyd fought.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, yeah, put you on a little game on that. So the fool got knocked down multiple times, and his corner called the fight.
All right, let's move into some NFL headlines. Obviously, Antonio Brown's stuff is dominating that. We'll get to that in a second. But first, let's hit on the coaches. Yeah. All the coaches that got fired, firings, kind of what directions you want to go. Do you have a list of the coaches that got fired?
Yeah, for the most part.
Okay. Let's go ahead and run that down really quick.
Let's start off with Vance Joseph.
Yep.
Close to home. Not a surprise, right? I even went on the podcast and said, we'll keep him till the end of the regular season.
Yeah.
And we did.
They did right by him. They didn't fire him right away.
And do you think Elway's too soft?
No.
Okay.
Here's what I think is...
Tell me what you think.
Well, dude, I did a bunch of research yesterday. There's so much stuff that's come out. Have you heard about any of the stuff with some of the people they're interviewing? Have you heard about the whole not necessarily drama, but the kind of carousel that Gary Kubiak is running within the system? And
I've
what's
heard a
happening
little
there?
bit about that. Yeah, you should put me and our listeners on Kubiak. But yes, and I know that Pagano got interviewed yesterday, and I know they actually pushed some of the interviews up a little bit for whatever reason. I had heard that too.
I didn't hear about that, but I heard that. I heard a couple of different things. Well, First of all, are you happy they fired Vance Joseph, and which direction do you think they should go?
Yeah, I think he lost control of the locker room. Probably, let's look at that. I don't know what week it was, but that loss against the Texans.
Okay.
I think he lost, just with his play calls and all that. I think he lost all the respect from the locker room sometime around that week, and has never gotten it back. So I think he's just running a ship that there's not on that doesn't trust and support him.
See, that's weird to me. And
that's what I think.
That kind of level of thinking is a little bit weird to me, because Vance Joseph, it feels like all the players wanted him. Everyone was like, "Oh, Vance Joseph's the greatest. He's been the greatest guy. Do you think they were lying?"
That's what I initially thought. I really did. I felt like they initially thought Vance Joseph was that dude, and then I think as time went on, and especially these clutch times within the games where these great decisions and this game time management just seemed not good and ill-planned, and actually not a part of the plan or scheme that originally. So I just think there was some contradictory stuff from managing the game, managing the teams that came up, and I feel like that's where kind of Vance lost credibility. And
well, there's a gentleman named Mitch Tanny. Are you familiar with a guy named Mitch Tanny?
No.
Okay, Mitch Tanny is the guy that I figured this out yesterday. He's the guy that sits up in the booth. Because I was fucking curious. Who is making these calls to challenge or not challenge?
Sure.
Who makes these football decisions? The gentleman named Mitch Tanny. That's the first motherfucker that needs to be fired. He should be fired before Vance. That guy going 1-9 in challenges, or 1-8, whatever the hell it was this year, is unacceptable. So who knows what other football decisions or what else he weighed in on, but he was kind of the eyes and ears for the game up in the booth. They call it like game management.
Sure.
So he is in control. He's in control of what to do in this situation when the time clock gets to here. What should you do in this situation? Should you kick it, or should you try for a long field goal or punt it from here? Should you challenge or not challenge? This is all the stuff that he kind of does.
Yeah.
So he oversees that.
What are we doing with him?
Who even knew that this was a position? I just thought the coach makes all these decisions. If the coach isn't making, like, what the fuck are you doing? How are you a coach if you're not making?
I know there's people.
I know
there's people in his ear supporting him.
Right.
But he makes the call, I thought.
I think he makes the ultimate call, but they tell him. And here's what's wild to me about the NFL, and I didn't know this until this year. Okay. There's literally no way for Mitch Tanny even to replay what has happened up in the booth. There's no way for him to rewind or re-see a catch or anything. He has to go off the broadcast. So he's literally sitting up in a fucking booth in an industry that's worth $9 billion in the NFL.
Yeah.
And they don't even give these fucks their own replay, their own look at the game, where they can control, or they don't even give them a little engineer that they can back shit up. So you literally have to go off what the broadcast shows. If the broadcast doesn't show it, you don't get a better look at it. So, dude, how crazy is that?
That's insane.
I know. So that's a whole nother issue on the NFL side, which it seems like, I mean, we're in 2019 here. You'd think we'd be able to get some fucking individual replay. But anyway, that's what's happening. So Mitch Tanny's looking, that's the evidence that he gets to look at.
Sounds like some Bon Jovi shit.
And
living
then he
on
has
a prayer,
to,
dog.
Exactly. Then he has to relay it to Vance Joseph, and Vance gets it in his ear. Vance can't see shit. He's seeing what's up on the scoreboard.
Yeah.
But I was under the impression that these guys had a better look
dude,
than what we did. They get what we get.
That's what the commentators usually allude to.
Wild, huh?
They're like, hey, well, they're going to look at it up in the front, and then they go to their fucking, then they go to New York and say, hey, what do you guys think? You know? What?
I don't know, man.
That's ridiculous.
So a couple things. We'll just finish off Chuck Pagano's interview. Coming from Mike Kliss. Mike Kliss is the lead beat writer for the Denver Broncos. He used to write for the Denver Post here in town. Now he's on 9 News, and he's like their Broncos insider guy.
Very credible.
9 News here in Denver is the official source of the Broncos. So they're like the official station. So he works with them there. He tweeted out yesterday, heard Chuck Pagano made a strong impression today with the Broncos and Elway on the head coaching search. Confident and detailed. He's got a chance. On to Zach Taylor in California. So Zach Taylor, Mike Munchak will be on Friday, Brian Flores in New England, and then Vic Fangio in Chicago on Monday. Mm-hmm. So I don't know why they're interviewing him in the Chicago area. I guess that's where Vic Fangio's from, so they're traveling to him to make it a little easier maybe. Yep. But nonetheless, same thing with Brian Flores out in New England. I don't want that at all. Anyone that's come from Bill Belichick's coaching tree has not had success. I don't think we need to re-go. No. We already tried that here, and he traded away all our players. So let's not go down that path again. Obviously, I'm talking about Josh McDaniels there. Not a fan of Mike Munchak. Don't really care about that one. Here's what's interesting. I do like Chuck Pagano. Chuck Pagano's a guy with playoff experience. Yeah. He took the Colts from a 2-win team, turned them around to 3 straight playoff appearlances. He knows what he's doing. He's an older guy.
All while going through cancer treatment.
All while having the cancer stuff going on. But here's the thing. I'm really torn on, do I want to go with an older veteran guy? Because we just had that in Gary Kubiak, and I get it. It just brought us a Super Bowl, 2015. Yeah. We're not that far removed. But the fact of the matter is we become the worst team that's won a Super Bowl. I forgot what the stat is, but after a team has won a Super Bowl, the only team that's declined as much as us in the history over the next 3 years has been the Washington Redskins in the early 90s. Oof. They won that Super Bowl in the early 90s, and then they just fucking unraveled. And they've never, they're still unraveling. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's what my fear is, because we're going down that path. And so that kind of scares me about going old again and kind of sticking with that because of what everyone else is doing. You see the RPO stuff. You see the Sean McVay. You see now Andy Reid's so interesting because he's old and he's an older guy and he has an older coaching philosophy, but he's still so young and innovative. And he's willing to build his offense around the guy he has slinging the ball.
Yeah, his coaching style does not match his age.
Right.
That's it.
With any of these coaches, that's the number one thing that they need to do. You need to determine what kind of system you want to be. John Elway, do you want to run an RPO offense? Do you want to run the fucking Gary Kubiak offense where you have the offensive line and the pulling? I forgot what the whole system is called, but their linemen it's like a crazy run system. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. The shit that they ran back when Terrell Davis was here, the shit that they ran back in fucking 2015, Peyton Manning's passing stats were terrible because he wasn't passing a ton and he didn't have the arm strength to pass, but the running game is really what carried the offense to that Super Bowl. It was more the defense, let's be real, but if there was any offensive performance, it was running. It was CJ Anderson in the running game. So you got to decide on what you want to do. If you want to be innovative and young and hot, that's where a guy like Paxton Lynch probably would have been okay. You're going to put him in a system that's good for him. He's an RPO quarterback. He's a run and shoot. He's a go to the line, look at it, clap his fingers, and the ball snapped. Yep. He's not reading and making adjustments and doing all this shit before the snap. That's not him. That's not his game. You guys did nothing to put him in a position to succeed. I'd agree. Everyone wants to hate on Paxton Lynch. I never even got to see what the guy could do. Yeah. How could I hate on him? Yeah. I don't even know what he can or can't do. He was putting a
system that did make sense.
He's putting a system that was terrible for him. You know what I mean? That's like, I don't even need to go any farther. Yeah. Anyway, so on to this gentleman named Zach Taylor. What do you know about Zach Taylor? You heard of him?
Yeah, but not enough.
Okay.
Not enough.
So this kid, Zach Taylor, used to have, so he is now ready for a promotion to quarterbacks coach. So I think here's the thing with Zach Taylor. So he's on the Rams staff. He's over there with the Rams. Some people are saying he is ready to be a head coach. Broncos are going to probably interview him as such. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure. I still think he needs a little bit more time. Yeah. I think just because he's coming from the Sean McVay system and it's the young and it's
the hot system.
Yeah, exactly. I think some of these guys are getting he's 35 years old. He's super young. You know what I mean? I think
it's the NWO.
Yep.
Of NFL.
He's the least experienced of any of the guys that we're interviewing, and
totally.
He is he's never even been a full-time coordinator. So you're talking about how is this guy a head coaching candidate when he hasn't even been a full-time coordinator. Now, here's what I do see. He's a quarterback's coach right now.
Sure.
He is really good friends with Gary Kubiak's son. Have you seen that kid? Gary Kubiak's son is now ready for a promotion to quarterback's coach.
Gotcha.
This guy's ready for a promotion to coordinator. What if the Broncos bring in a head coach like Chuck Pagano? You bring in a young Zach Taylor as your offensive coordinator in line with Gary Kubiak.
Yeah.
Kind of working together there. Then you bring in Kubiak's son, have him coaching the quarterbacks. These guys used to have sleepovers. I mean, this guy's part of the family. Zach Taylor knows Kubiak well.
Yeah.
So this is a situation where a lot of stuff's going to be it's going to take a little bit to unravel it, but a lot of stuff's going to be, dude, there's some unfolding going on here, and it kind of scares me because I wanted to blow the whole thing up and start fully fresh and new. Yeah. And this kind of feels like we're still latching on to Gary Kubiak, and we're still latching on to that Kubiak system and that old school approach, and it just doesn't feel like we're innovative. And that scares me because I see everyone in the playoffs is innovative.
Yeah.
They're bringing, you know what I mean? They're bringing new innovative offensive techniques. They're bringing new systems in. And not to say that that's the trend and we need to run towards that and drop everything else, but it kind of feels like this is the way the NFL is going, not only because people are doing it, but people are having success. The rule changes are tailor-made for these guys. Yeah. You can't light up the quarterback, but you have these guys running out on an option play and then he gets smoked and you're getting an easy 15 yards. Yeah. It just feels like the referees and the way the rules are changing feels like it's going towards this system. So
look at what the Saints are doing. They even have old man Breeze in there, but they got Taysom Hill. They got Alvin Kamara doing some of this wicked shit. Yeah. They're still a new scheme.
Right. For sure.
I'd agree.
So that's crazy. That's where the Broncos situation kind of stands. That's where I think they're going to go. I think they're going to kind of wind up in some direction. Dude. I don't know if Pagano is going to be okay with that. I don't know. The good thing about Pagano, is Pagano a defensive guy? Was he DC? Do you know? I'm not super up on.
I don't remember being DC.
So that's the way I want to see them go. I definitely want to see them stick with a defensive minded head coach.
Yeah.
And let someone run the offense.
Yeah.
You know, look at Sean McVay. He doesn't do shit with defense. He's an offensive guy. So what did he do? He hired Wade Phillips, a guy that knows fucking defense. And he said, handle it, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get involved. I'm not going to get in your way. I'm not going to tell you what to do. You do defense and you do it great. Just fucking do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And look at the success they're having over there. That's what the Broncos need to do, whether they go defensive or offensive. I personally would like to see a defensive head coach and then just turn the offense over to someone and not Gary Kubiak, please. You know what I mean? Someone
not old school Gary Kubiak.
Not just someone. And it's not, I don't want to hate on Gary Kubiak because let's be real. This system brought us 3 Super Bowls. Back-to-back in 97, 98, and then it brought us another Super Bowl in 2015.
The league's different.
Totally. That's exactly my point.
The league's different.
The league is totally, and it's not so, let's be real. We're only three years removed from the Super Bowl, but it wasn't the offense that got us there.
Nope.
So let's throw that away. Let's be done with that shit, man. Let's get someone young. Let's get someone innovative. Let's get someone that knows the young game, and let's get him a quarterback that's going to support that. Now, if you want to go with Gary Kubiak's system, we can get Rodgers. Cool. Pro style quarterback, going to drop back, a little bit of mobility. I'll take it. But if you're not, if you're going to go out and get one of these young quarterbacks that's running an RPO system in college and then you want to change him into a pro style, you could get a top 5 quarterback and he could probably become the biggest bust of all time because he doesn't play in that system. So no matter how great he is over here, that would be like the Ravens not doing what they're doing with Lamar Jackson. John Harbaugh's fucking smart. Yeah. John Harbaugh's brilliant. He's taking Lamar Jackson and he's built a system around what Lamar Jackson does. Now, I think he runs a little too much. Yeah. Same thing with Josh Allen. They're going to get hurt. It's only a matter of time.
Totally.
But he's doing what the guy does. He's not asking him to do something completely different and come in and run what Joe Flacco was running.
Yeah.
It's a totally different system.
We're going to end up with the same Paxton Lynch if we go that route.
That's what scares me, bro. Yeah. Really scares me. As far as other coaching hires, Cleveland Browns, obviously, what do you think they extend Greg Williams and turn him into the full-time coach? He did go 5-1.
I think he's got a great chance. I do.
5-1. Hugh Jackson, I think 2-4 or something like that when he got fired.
Yeah.
2-5. And your boy Greg comes in.
I think Greg has the attention of the locker room. I think he has the support of the players. Baker even alluded to that. We have a staff that we now trust. He said that in a post-game conference. I don't know, man. I think he's got a really good chance.
So here's what I say. I think I think Greg Williams should be the coach there. I think he's earned it.
Yeah.
You go 5-1 with those guys. You're going to have the same staff. You're going to have the same players. It's a super young team. Think about how many top 10 draft picks they have on that team, dude. Mm-hmm. That team is poised. Now with Baker, and you get a solid head coach in there, you don't ruffle the feathers. Now, he could have easily gone the other way. Greg Williams, if he goes 3-2, no, don't make him the coach. If he fucking goes 2-3 or anything worse than that, don't make him the coach. Could have gone the other way, because I get it. He was there on the losing staff. He needs to take some blame for that when they were losing with Hugh Jackson there.
You bet.
But after Hugh's gone and what he's turned it around and done.
Todd Haley.
Right. And Todd Haley, exactly. I feel like you got to give him the job.
I think so.
I feel like you got to give him a shot. Look what he's doing.
And then
he's winning.
You have the juice. Jarvis Landry now, recruiting your boy Antonio Brown.
Dude, everyone's recruiting Antonio Brown. Let's jump into that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not much more on the coaching stuff.
Well, how about this?
Go ahead.
Let's touch on one more. Marvin Lewis. Finally.
Had to be out. That's why I said I don't even care. He had to be out.
16 years, 16 seasons.
Yeah.
How many of those were 0-7 in the playoffs?
Yep. That's bad.
I'm about to get my Jim Mora out
That's
here.
Bad.
Okay? Playoffs.
I know. I need that sound.
Yeah, no shit. But I did want to mention him. Like, damn, man.
Yeah, finally.
So, Todd Bowles, do you see him being a coach this next year anywhere?
I see more of a coordinator. I don't know
Same.
if he gets a whole coaching role. Like, what did he do with the Jets to really earn another head coaching job?
Not enough.
I think Adam Gase did way more with the Dolphins to earn another head coaching job. That guy is a guy.
Over 3 years, right?
Yeah. You look at him, you look at Mike McCarthy. Those are guys that slide right into new coaching jobs. Todd Bowles, I don't think so. I think you bump him down a little.
Dirk Cutter, a great coordinator.
Yeah, demote him.
Great coordinator.
Not a good head coach.
Great coordinator.
And there's just guys like that in the league. Jim Schwartz, he was at the Lions. Remember, he was a terrible Lions head coach. Now he's a great coordinator.
Great coordinator.
It just depends, man. There's a lot of guys like that in the league. But no, let's go into the Antonio Brown situation. Mike Tomlin does a great job in some sound that I have here running down the timeline.
Yeah.
So if you're unfamiliar with the Antonio Brown saga, there may be some things you do know, maybe some things you don't know. We'll try to run it down and cap it off here as best as we can before we get into heaters and close out the show. But let me just play this sound from Mike Tomlin. This is talking about why Antonio Brown did not appear at practice on Thursday, on Friday, and then why he ended up not playing in the game on Sunday, and just kind of how all that's unfolded, and then what led into the past couple days on social media. So here's Mike Tomlin from the presser yesterday.
We came in on Thursday. He expressed that he was continuing to feel that discomfort. I listed him on the injury report that day with the knee that he described. On Friday's kind of the witching hour. Situational football and things of that nature in terms of readiness for the game. When he came in and expressed discomfort in his knee on Friday and the fact that he wouldn't be able to participate on Friday, that's when we sent him to get an MRI. And at that time, I instructed him after he gets the MRI to go home, to get off his feet, to lay low, and that I would communicate with him Friday evening, and we'll plot out our course of action from there. Again, under normal circumstances, guy doesn't participate in Friday's practice. That potentially removes them from participation in the game unless they are a veteran guy who we got a great deal of comfort in terms of execution and detail, like AB. And we got an opponent that we're familiar with, second time around, like a divisional opponent, Cincinnati. So wanted to leave the light on in terms of his participation. That was the nature of our conversation. That's what I outlined to you guys after practice. That's why we listed him as questionable for the game. Then after Friday's business was done, it became difficult to communicate and catch up with him. I wasn't able to communicate with him on Friday evening or Saturday morning. So when we had our Saturday morning mock game or walkthrough and he was unavailable and we hadn't communicated with him, then it became something altogether different. Woke up Sunday morning, got a call from his agent, Drew Rosenhaus. Drew expressed that he was feeling better and that he would potentially be able to participate. I outlined to Drew that decisions weren't made like that, but I would be interested in visiting with him in person at the stadium prior to the game, but playing wasn't on the menu.
There you go. Well said.
Nah, totally.
Laid it out.
It's about as transparent as you can be.
Yeah, said he had a knee injury the end of practice. Told him to get some treatment.
Lay low.
Sat out Friday. Lay low. We'll reconvene. Couldn't get a hold of him after Friday's practice. Saturday they do a walkthrough. Not there. Couldn't get a hold of him. That's like getting ready for the fucking game. Putting in the game plan here.
And told him to get an MRI. Didn't get an MRI.
Right. Didn't get an MRI. And then shows up Sunday and just ready to play. Drew Rosenhaus says, "Hey, he's and
the agent calls him.
Right.
Not AB.
Right. He's thought about it. He's good to go.
Yeah.
Tomlin's like, good to go what? What do you mean good to go? That ain't how it fucking goes over here.
Yeah.
And I like that from Mike Tomlin.
Hell yeah. Stood his ground.
You got to be able to manage egos. And
that's hard to do. That's your
Super
best player.
I honestly don't think he's done a great job, to be honest with you, up to this point.
Yeah.
I think Ben Roethlisberger says a little bit too much sometimes. I think Ben gets a little bit of an ego. I do like Ben. I'm a Ben fan. But Antonio Brown, Martavis Bryant, I don't think he's done. Le'Veon Bell, obviously this offseason. I don't think Mike Tomlin's done a great job. And maybe he's turning the corner right now. Maybe he's realizing that and he's like, all right, this got to fucking stop. I got to get control of this shit. But he seems like a very controlled guy. Pittsburgh always seems to be stable and on track. You know, they've had, 3 coaches in 40 years or whatever. You know what I mean? Like something stupid. They seem like a franchise that's always got things in order and moving in the right direction. But then you have this little shit that leaks out and it never seems to, it kind of just seems like they brush it under the rug. I'll tell you a guy that's good at managing egos, Pete Carroll. People started having egos over in Seattle. What did he do? He got him out. Yeah. Who's on that team that's got an ego now? Nobody. Where are they at? The playoffs. Where are the Steelers at? Not in the playoffs.
Not in the playoffs.
You know what I mean? That's a guy that knows how to manage some fucking egos. Pete Carroll. Mike Tomlin needs to hit him up and get some pointers. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because he's obviously not doing a good job there. Yeah. This is another issue. You had an issue with Antonio Brown last year in the playoffs after you got beat, filming the fucking post-game press conference, putting that on the internet. You've had these issues. This is not new.
All right.
It's not a new problem. It's a you problem, Mike Tomlin. You need to figure it out because you're not, as much as I like this press conference and what he said and what he did with AB and how he handled it here, he hasn't done that in the past.
Yeah.
This is hopefully the start of that.
Sounds like some executive maturity conversations.
Right. So that's where you stand with AB. Oh, then it gets even fucking crazier, dude.
Yeah, it does.
I don't even, go ahead and run down the rest of it and then I'll give you kind of the capper last night, which was insane.
Well, that's what I was going to allude to is the
social media video.
Yeah, the social media
James
Harrison. Mm-hmm. Like, what's going on with that, man? All of a sudden, James Harrison is alluding to, hey, I got my boy Antonio Brown here, and we got this interview. We got this interview coming.
Yeah. We got an exclusive.
Okay.
Basically, he's telling you we got an exclusive. We're about to give you an exclusive interview. And Antonio Brown, he looks a little apprehensive in the video, to be honest. He's not flashy. He's not like, oh, yeah, we got it coming, baby. He's not doing anything like that.
He's kind of playing with his hair.
Yeah, right. He's kind of just sitting back. And James Harrison is the one kind of hyping it up and saying, this is going to be an exclusive interview. I got the exclusive with AB. And I think he's kind of fucking around. I think he's just kind of saying it fucking around. But what's even more interesting than all of this is they filmed this video. They posted on Twitter while Mike Tomlin is having the presser.
Yeah.
So
they're listening to it in the background.
Right. That doesn't make any sense to me.
None.
Does that make sense to you? Like,
None. So
they got the press conference on in the background and they're shooting this video. Then you think that's kind of where it's going to end. No. Last night, have you seen that show on Fox called The Masked Singer?
I saw the previews for it, but I did not watch it.
I didn't watch it either.
Okay.
I saw on social media this hippo. Hippo comes out on stage. Everybody's talking all this stuff about me. Why don't they just let me live? There you go. Fucking Bobby Brown, the hippo, comes out and he's singing it. And he's probably not even singing it that good. I probably just killed AB.
Hell yeah.
But the AB is singing it. So he's doing it live. He's singing the shit. And it's not bad, to be honest with you. For an athlete singing a song professionally on a stage, it's not bad. But the judges, it's like Jenny McCarthy and Kim Jong.
Yeah.
And not obviously the North Korea Kim Jong, the dude from The Hangover.
The dude from The Hangover. Yeah.
It's funny because he's fat. Fuck you, that guy. That guy. But what was I fucking saying? Oh, so he comes out, does the prerogative, and they're like, I don't know. Robin Thicke too is one of the judges.
Oh, nice.
So they're all talking, and they're like, I don't think this guy's professional. This ain't a professional singer. And Jenny McCarthy's like, this kind of sounds like an athlete. And AB's kind of still singing, doing his thing. Antonio Brown. And this is funny because this is last night. This airs. And this is on the same day where all this fucking shit is going nuts.
Oh, geez. I didn't even know.
Just a second. So check it out. Then Robin Thicke's like, that looked like under 30-year-old legs. That hippo's moving. Because he was like dancing, dude.
Fair enough.
And he was dancing out there. He was doing the fucking, the whole kicking and the fucking, whole thing. Yeah, dude. Doing all that shit in the hippo costume. And he was still keeping up with the music.
Wow.
Now, I know how hard this is because we just did karaoke a couple weeks ago. I was fucking losing breath standing in a room doing Third Eye Blind.
Yeah.
You know, this motherfucker's up there dancing the whole time, doing my prerogative, gyrating his hips, doing a ton of shit, and he's not losing breath at all. He's still singing. It doesn't sound great, but it doesn't sound terrible. It's not like, oh, let me plug my ears, but it's not pro.
Yeah.
It's not the voice. You know what I mean? So you can kind of tell. Well, at the end, comes up, they do the reveal, takes off the fucking hippo mask. It's like a hippo dressed up in like hip hop clothing. So the hippo's got like glasses on and he's got chains and like, you know, a couple or some gear or whatever. So he takes the hippo head off. It's Antonio Brown and he's fucking beaming. Guy's smiling. I haven't seen this kind of smile all year in Pittsburgh.
What?
Biggest smile you ever seen in your life. Oh, just loving it. So yeah, dude, he takes off the fucking mask and he's the masked singer. He's the hippo.
Wow.
Antonio Brown. So then all this speculation starts on Twitter and it's like, is he doing this? Oh, he just cares about his brand. Of course, everyone in Pittsburgh is fucking pissed because they're like, Antonio Brown's fucking being selfish. Just trade his ass. You know how fans get all overreactionary. And so, yeah, dude, pulls off the mask. It's Antonio Brown underneath. And I don't subscribe to the publicity. I don't think he's doing all this for publicity because let's be real, guys. All you conspiracy theorists out there, if he was doing this for publicity, this would entail dipping out on his fucking team in week 17 when the playoffs are on the line, when you need a win. And we're talking about a guy that not only does he not play, he shows up to support his team and then he leaves the stadium. Did you hear about that?
Yeah.
During the game.
Yeah,
left the stadium. Didn't even finish watching the game.
And he wasn't in Pittsburgh gear or anything like that?
No.
Yeah.
Which is illegal. I think he's going to get fined by the NFL because you cannot wear, when you're on the sideline, you have to wear your team's gear. You can't wear a Rockaware shirt. You can't wear no Supreme shit. You can't. No Louis Vuitton fucking backpack, nothing. You have to be in NFL gear.
On the side.
Officially licensed gear that's licensed by your team and the league. That's just what their rules are. And so I assume he'll be getting a fine for that. I assume he'll be getting a fine from the team for leaving. I would be shocked if he's back with the team. I mean, Big Ben says he's reached out to him. I mean, you know, you're kind of seeing a little bit of this diva shit with Odell Beckham too.
Yeah.
But Eli Manning's about to be out. There's going to be a whole rebuild and turmoil and shit going on over there.
Sure.
Pittsburgh, it's not that situation. I mean, their team's pretty much solidified, ready to go, other than maybe some young players you're going to add. There's some questions about Ben, but I think he doesn't want to go out on the way this season ended.
He goes another year or two.
Yeah, I think so.
And you got Connor all of a sudden. You got an elite running back.
Yep.
Yeah.
James Conner. So very, very interesting stuff there, but I don't think it was a conspiracy. I don't think it's all about his brand. I think it was coincidental timing.
Yeah. That's kind of what I think as well. I mean, this is all
great for Fox.
Obviously, they recorded this probably weeks ago. Yeah. Especially if this show just aired because that was season premiere, right? Last night.
Yep.
So this has been done a long time. I think this is just a matter of coincidence. It's all kind of come. And does it hurt his brand or does it make his brand? But he's in the limelight either way. But I think it's more coincidence.
Yeah.
I do.
No doubt. All right, with all that said, man, let's we're going to go ahead and jump into a little segment we call Heaters.
All right, Em, this is my heater. I dare you to hit it.
I'm going too hot, lady. Here comes the hot sniper.
All right, Heaters. Week 18, week 1, the playoffs.
Yeah, week 1.
I don't really know how to categorize that, but we're going to be selecting we're going to select 2 playoff games from this weekend. We can each choose either playoff game, and then we're going to have to select the national championship game, which is on Monday night. We will be recording a new podcast before that time, but I don't want to talk a ton about the game on Monday night because it'll be over by the time you guys hear that podcast. So that's why we're just going to pick this within Heaters. We may touch on it a little bit on Monday, but not a ton. We'll more recap the game probably on Thursday's show next week. But we're back with normal episodes. They'll be dropping every Tuesday and Friday. Back to normal starting next week. So let's jump into Heaters. This week, what's your most confident game, Dal? Starting with the NFL.
Ooh, the NFL this week.
Well, I guess if your college is more confident, but I figured we'd do that last.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's go 2 NFLs.
No, for me, man, I'm still riding the high, man. Because actually, should we recap what we did Heaters last week?
I'm sorry.
Let's
You're so
recap
good at
that real quick.
I'm so bad at that. All right.
See where we stand.
Probably because I went 0-3. That's why I did not want to recap. Yeah, dude. Notre Dame got fucking killed.
Yep.
Should have known that. I took them plus 12.5. Not even close. So we're going to take that L on the way out. And then Bama minus 14. we go ahead and get the late cover, Kyler Murray. So
Take that L on the way out.
there's that.
You looked good. You
And
looked good for a while.
then we did the Raiders. Raiders in Arrowhead. Thought they'd play tough, coming off a couple wins. Thought they'd be energized.
Take that L on the way out.
No, quick 0-3 for me. So that's going to damage me, dude.
Yeah.
Damage. That puts me at 23, 26, and 1. I was 23, 23, and 1 going
Yeah.
in. You were 23 and 24.
Yeah.
You hit on Clemson minus the 12.5. They get the easy coverage.
Got it.
That's a win there. OU plus 14. You hit on that. They get the late coverage there. Colts minus 3.5. I don't even know.
They won.
What do they win by? What do they win by?
What did they win by? I think they won
I'm gonna
by 7 or 10.
I'm gonna look. I don't trust you. You're cheating. No,
You're cheating hard.
Just fucking me up. Colts.
Colts, they won 33-17.
There it is. Yep. 33-17. Wow.
So you went 0 for 3 and I went 3-0.
So that puts you to 26 and 24. Bumps you back above 500. Two games. That bumps me 3 games, below 500. It's going to be a tough task. I'm going to have to go 3-0 this week just to pull out of that and go back to 500. So need a big week this week.
Need a big week.
Yep. What do you got for your first one, Dow?
Most confident, man. I'm riding the Colts yet again. This is going to be one of the craziest games. I got Houston at minus 1.5. So I want to take Colts plus 1.5. Do you have plus 1.5 or plus 2?
Let me look really quick.
Just make sure. Because I've seen plus 2 or plus 1.5.
On Yahoo, it's plus, or I'm sorry, it's plus 1 on Yahoo.
Okay.
And exact same, dude, on my bookie.
Wow,
plus
so we're
1.
losing because it started out at plus 2.
Dude, of course it's going down. Everyone's banging the Colts.
Yeah.
Why would the Colts be getting points? The Colts are the better team. I don't understand that. I have the exact same thing as my most confident.
Yeah.
So we're going to go, me and you both, Colts plus 1.
Colts, yeah.
Yeah, I like that, dude. I like that a lot.
And I see this a close game because obviously you have the 6-man, with the Texans at home, dude. It's going to be loud. It's going to be heavy there. But I see the Colts pulling it by 1 to 3 points.
Yeah, and this kind of scares me because I feel like this is chalky, and last weekend was so chalk heavy.
Yeah.
If you just went chalk, if you just went with the normal shit that fucking happens every year in college football and not be a dumbass like me, you'd fucking be getting easy wins. Notre Dame gets their shit pushed in every big game they play in.
Yep.
Never have fucking faith in Notre Dame ever.
Ever.
Burn down South Bend if you fucking want. I don't give a shit. Fuck Notre Dame.
Yeah.
And they don't ever show up in a big game.
I told you their defense was going to be something possibly if they brought it. They didn't bring shit.
Bama beats them just enough to get by. They don't fucking cover the spread. They don't beat the shit out of OU like they should have. They look like they were going to in the first half, though, 28-3 or whatever it was early.
I was scared for a while.
Fucking terrible.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that's why this kind of scares me. It feels like it's more chalky this week, and I'm kind of going chalk this week, and I didn't go chalk last week, so I feel like I'm going to get double burned. I'm going to get burned last week, then I switch it up this week, I get burned again. I just got to take it one game at a time.
Hey, we both made this call. I think we're good to go.
All right, Colts plus 1. What do you got for the next one?
For the next one, I have. Sorry, I had something in my eye.
No, you're good.
For the next one, this is dicey. I don't like this one. That's why it's not my least confidence. Middle of the pack here, but I got to go with the Chargers over the Ravens, man. And I know the Ravens. Lamar Jackson looks tight. Jim Harbaugh's got a great system. The defense is probably the best defense all of a sudden in the league right now, going into the playoffs time where it all matters. But I like Rivers. I think this is Rivers' year, not to win the Super Bowl necessarily, but I think Rivers has a shootout. I think Melvin Gordon is out to decimate this week. He's had the injury. He's been hobbling a little bit, not been himself. I think he decimates this week. And I think the Ravens do not know how to stop Melvin Gordon this week. That's what I think. But I have the Chargers at plus 2.5.
Dallas, what did you do on December 22nd?
December 22nd.
Do you remember by chance?
Yeah, where the Ravens beat the Chargers?
Beat the fuck out of them.
Last matchup?
22-10. Not even
did.
close.
They did.
Dominated them all day.
They ran for 159 yards. I got all the stats.
It was in Baltimore. Guess where the game's at this weekend?
In Baltimore.
What changes, Dallas?
I got all the stats. I think. Well, dude, I think.
Why do they shut down Melvin Gordon now? That Baltimore run D has been vish.
Let me tell you. So the Chargers had no idea. They had not seen Lamar Jackson.
Okay.
They had not seen him. The tapes still aren't as good as they should be to know how to stop him, kind of like Mahomes earlier in the year. I don't think they let Lamar Jackson get away with anything.
Do you ever think maybe they're just not fast enough? They're on defense to keep up with the guy?
Dude.
You don't think it's, maybe it's simpler than that?
No.
It's a little bit more simple?
Nope.
No.
I think after this, they limited, what did they limit Phillip Rivers to 181 passing yards, which is pretty bleak from what Rivers usually does, and they picked him off twice. I see Rivers making better decisions, smarter decisions. He's got better protection this time. I think they're better prepped to go against Lamar Jackson and the crazy scheme that he can run. And
what do you got him at? Chargers what?
Plus 2.5.
All right, same.
Cool.
So I'm gonna give you that. Chargers plus 2.5.
I think Bosa makes a big impact.
Interesting.
I think Bosa makes a big impact in this game.
I'm not going to choose this game as one of my heaters, but I'm going to disagree with you. I think the Chargers are just I don't know, dude. They didn't look good against the 2 weeks ago, playing in Baltimore. They didn't look good last week against the Broncos, who had nothing to play for. They didn't look good. You thought they looked good against the Broncos last week? No. I don't know. I
don't think they look good. But
Interesting.
Dude, this is playoffs. This is different. I think Rivers is out to prove something. And could you see a Super Bowl with the Rivers and New Orleans? Maybe
that would be crazy. I could also see this line climbing. If you're looking to get the Chargers, if you wait until game time, I think a lot of people are going to be on Baltimore. Yeah. I think it's going to push that line. So if you want to get the Chargers, you may be able to get them more late, maybe plus 3 or 3.5.
I'm taking Chargers this week.
So you're getting them 2.5. I'm going to go ahead and go with Seattle over Dallas. I really like that a lot. I know it's in Dallas. I have Seattle plus 2. What do you have?
Seattle.
Look at that for me. But you got the Seahawks on the road. Playoff team. Dude, the Seahawks are looking tough to me lately.
Yeah.
They are running the ball. Chris Carson looks beastie. Rashad Penny's getting going. They got Mike Davis over there.
Davis is a third.
Dude, Russell Wilson's Doug Baldwin's back healthy finally, so you got him in the mix. Lockett, still got Lockett on the other end.
You never know what Lockett's going to do. You never know. And you have experience, dog.
Playoff experience.
Whoo, the experience is heavy with these guys. Pete Carroll, he's coming in there.
Look how young Dak and Dallas and all those guys are, dude. Even the defense, you got, with Van Der Esch, and Van Der Esch had that injury too. I don't even know if he's going to play this weekend.
I don't know for sure. Was it a neck or head injury?
Stinger.
I can't remember. But yeah, with Lee and Van Der Esch, we'll see what happens. But
Jalen Smith too. He's a little bit banged up.
I like this pick.
What?
I should have probably taken this, but I like this pick. I'm with you. All out.
Sorry, so what do you have? 2.5?
No,
I'm sorry, 2?
I have plus 2.
That's what I got too.
Cool.
All right, so Seattle plus 2 on the road in Dallas. Woo. That's the Saturday night game. It's going to be a good one.
Hey, we should watch it together. We should watch one of these games.
I'm already ready already.
All right, let's do it.
Actually, I'll be probably working. I might be off for the late game. But
off to come here.
Yeah, exactly.
Watch the game with you.
Come in here. Come in the glass house.
Yo, what's up? Wildcard Games brought to you by Certified Tattoo Studios.
What do you want for Monday night? The national championship game, Clemson versus Bama, for the 80th time in the last decade.
I love it.
No, it just feels like that. It really hasn't been. It's been about the past 5 years, but it feels worse. But yeah, dude, Clemson Bama again. Are you before you pick it? Are you excited about it? Are you excited about the game, the rematch, anything like that?
I like the rematch aspect of this, yeah, for sure. And I obviously watched the last game where Deshaun comes back with that winning drive, that touchdown. So I'm seeing the same thing. I'm taking Clemson.
No way.
I am taking Clemson, and I really want to watch this one with you.
Wow. What do you have?
I'm taking Clemson at plus 6.
All right. Let me see. I have 5.5 on both Yahoo and my site.
I'm still good with 5.5.
Okay, I'm taking Bama.
Okay,
minus 5.5.
It's not a bad bet.
Trevor Lawrence is fire though, dude.
Dude, his development.
He's fire.
His development is off the chain. Another thing, I love Clemson's defensive line, dude. Arguably the best defensive line in college football. If you want to argue that, we can do that. I like the revenge factor. So what is that? 3 reasons already?
Yeah.
We don't even need to get into any more. They're the underdog. I love underdogs.
Yep.
When I took Nunez last week when nobody should have in their fucking right minds.
Right.
I love this. And you know what? I knew you were going to take Bama.
I'm a Bama guy.
And this is going to be fun for you and I.
It's going to be fun.
It's going to be great.
It's going to be fun. I've been a Bama guy for a hot minute. 2 of my good friends graduated from down there. Yep. So a bunch of my friends are big Bama fans. And, sorry. Music just ended there. So I definitely have to roll with Bama. Whenever Bama's not playing Michigan, I'm always cheering for Bama. I'm rolling Tide. So I know a lot of people hate the Tide because they win too much.
Sure.
I get it. No one likes a winner. No one likes someone winning that's not your team. But
they don't win for no fucking reason.
Right. No doubt.
Best recruiting class, best coach, arguably. What are you going to do?
For sure. Yep. No, totally agree, man. I think it's gonna be a good weekend. Good weekend of NFL games. So let me just recap. Dallas and I both, have the Colts +1. Dallas got the Chargers +2.5, and then Clemson +5.5. I have Bama -5.5, and then Seattle +2, as well as the Colts. So going to be a good one. Anything else you want to kind of close on here before we get the heck out of here today? I do want to actually. I got a feel good story. I don't know if you've seen this. This is brand new. Let me pull up the article here. So DeAndre Hopkins this weekend.
Love that guy.
Did you hear about the story?
No. But did you hear real quick before the story? Did you hear how many receptions he had? I can't remember what it was. 0 drops.
No.
Dog.
Strongest hands in the league.
Who
though.
is this guy?
Have you seen him with the hands?
Yeah.
How he always catches it and he always holds it out in front of him so no one can fucking slap
This
it.
guy's
He
super tight.
That's what's tight about Hopkins. He's playing the position differently. Everyone used to just catch it and tuck it in. He never tucks it in. He fucking keeps that bitch out with both hands on it. I feel like sometimes it slows him down because he's running like this.
Yeah.
But I love it, dude. I think Hopkins is fire.
He's too sick.
So anyway, DeAndre Hopkins donating his playoff game check this weekend, full game check, to Jasmine Barnes' family. Jasmine was killed. She's a 7-year-old girl killed in a drive-by shooting on Sunday.
Oh, wow.
So he's donating his whole fucking check to the family, dude. That's
awesome.
That's sick.
That's
so sick.
He's awesome, man. You know what? He's not in the limelight.
Can we get more of this and less Antonio fucking Brown and Odell Beckham Jr.? You guys are bitches, dude.
Babies, dog. Like, DeAndre, he doesn't bitch about
Doesn't
nothing.
say shit. He
Doesn't
just plays,
shit.
bro.
He just fucking goes out there.
He was down there with
his heart out.
year after year before they got Watson. He was down there with fucking Case Keenum and down there with Osweiler and down there all kinds of shit bags, dude.
Ass wiper.
Yeah,
Totally.
Ass wiper. No, they're for real. He was down there with a bunch of shitty quarterbacks, and look at him now, dude. Patient, stayed in his fucking lane, just came to work, did his job. Yeah. Look at him now. Dope quarterback, balling out, stats out the roof, giving up game checks, doing his philanthropy. Love it, bro.
Yeah, that's tight.
Love it. I think. Go ahead.
The only other thing I have on that, man, I think that's hella good, man. He's so tight. So the only other thing I have is there is a rumored Restock release February 12th.
Okay.
On the Sneakers app, it's the Sneakers anniversary, and they're saying mini Off-White / Jordan restocks. February 12th. So I heard that a few days ago, so I thought I'd throw that out to the listeners, maybe make a plan around the Sneakers app February 12th. If you're into Off-Whites, UNCs, Jordans, all of that, restock sneaker heavy February 12th.
No doubt.
So keep an eye out.
If I can get a pair of those Chicago ones, Off-White Chicago ones, those are in my scope.
What's in your grail?
I know, dude.
It's in your grail.
Just so much. Cool, man. Yeah, we could end on that. Actually, one last note. Sorry, before we go out, I just got the update. Clemson will be without D lineman Dexter Lawrence again for the college football playoff this weekend after a failed drug test.
Really?
Dude, this guy can't catch a break here. Actually, I guess he's kind of putting himself in this position, but
it must be related to John Bones Jones.
What did he do before? What was the reason he missed the last playoff game? Was it like, I don't remember what it was. Damn it.
Yeah, not PDs. I don't remember.
I can't find it. I should know that. I'm sorry. I just know he was out of the last game. It didn't really bother him, obviously. They beat the shit out of Notre Dame, so it didn't matter. I think it will matter this week. Alabama's a lot bigger offensive line. They're going to be pushing that D-line around from Clemson. You know they're trying to run the ball.
Yeah.
They run the ball like crazy.
And Clemson's got to score plus 30. Yeah. Plus 30 to even have a chance.
Well, they're just going to consistently grind it on you just like they did against OU. They'll just pound it and kind of wear you out. Yep. OU got their offense going late, but it was too late. Yeah. So if Clemson waits too long, it's going to be gone. Yeah. Because you know Bama's going to score. You know they're going to put up points.
Alabama's king of possession.
No doubt. Exactly.
So time of possession, they're going to clean your clock.
Yep. Possess the ball. Cool, man. Let's get out of here. We'll welcome JJ back on Monday, and again, we'll be back for 2 shows, back to normal. Things are rolling. Happy New Year to you guys, man. Hopefully you guys had a good New Year. Hopefully we're rolling into 2019 nicely, and we will see you fools Tuesday. 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 Tuesday.